Da-da, ba-dee-dee, doo-doo-doo, doo-doo. In the garden where the green leaves grow, catch a vibe so smooth, feel the peace overflow. From the mountains to the sea, take a token, feel free. In the cannabis and network, that's where happiness be. Blazing trails with friends dancing in the twilight. Hey, who?
You.
Hey, me?
Yeah. Come in.
What?
Come in.
What?
Yeah. You look like an intelligent young man.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I do, sure.
You look like someone who'd be interested in a bargain.
A bargain?
Yeah.
Why, sure, why not? Are you a salesman?
Right.
Oh. What do you sell?
Eights.
Eights, like the number 8. Like...
Look at, we got somebody new on panel.
Hey, where's he at?
My other cousin.
Oh, we got too much facial hair on this screen right now going on.
Too many fucking redheads up here, guys.
I'm telling you.
The Ginger
All right,
Show.
it's the Ginger Show.
The Ginger Show.
Oh shit! Look out.
The Generation X Gingers. So, fuck your feelings. Welcome to the we were born in the I don't give a fuck era. Fuck your feelings. Welcome to the fuck your feelings hour. Welcome, Fish and Gold. How's it going?
Hey man, it's going really good here. We got typical rain going on in Seattle, you know. Trying to stay warm, stay toasty, that's all.
Oh yeah. Staying warm.
Well, I've been burning these little fires all day, trying to keep it warm. It seems to do the trick.
Every little bit helps.
Every little bit helps, man. That's what they say. Yeah. So let me tell you a little bit about myself, guys, just so people, viewers, whatever, might want to know. I'm Fish and Gold. I love fishing. Man, I live for fishing. Love it. Couldn't get enough of it. That tug is my drug. I am chemical drug and alcohol free for going on 28 years. I use the Lord's lettuce. Is my only medication that I use other than my cardiac and PTSD meds, things like that I have to take. I am a United States Army veteran. I'm not a combat veteran, however. I served during the Cold War. Didn't have to go to combat. I salute and appreciate all of my brothers and sisters that did have to go to combat and who served during and before me. That being said, I'm now just a disabled person. I've become disabled over the years, and I now am retired. And I just enjoy life fishing, and every now and again, I'll get my pan a little wet looking for some gold, and you never know what you're going to find when you're out there, you know?
That's right.
I took a real good friend of mine one time to a beach, a lady friend, to a beach in search of gold, but all we found were garnets. Found a beach full of garnets. And I thought she was having a horrible time because she wasn't finding any gold. So I went over and I said, hey, you want to leave? Are you doing okay? You know, you want to go look for some more gold? And she said, are you crazy? I'm picking jewelry up off the darn ground. All right, on Scrapyard, 101st, All-American. Oh, no, 101st is Screaming Eagles. Screaming Eagles, that's 101st Airborne. How dare I say All-American 101st? That's 82nd. 82nd is the All-American. I should know better, too. My father was in the 101st. So he was a Screaming Eagle himself. That's when they still jumped with parachutes, of course. Now the 101st is Airborne Air Assault. But God bless them. Those guys are some tough sons of guns, I'll tell you. Airborne, I never went airborne. I never did anything as brave as that myself. I was in artillery. You might be able to see by my hat. I was an enlisted member in the Artillery Corps. I served in the 5th Corps in Germany, and I was on 8-inch howitzers, if anybody knows what those are. But yeah, that 101st is sure a tough group, man. I'll tell you a little story. We were on an exercise in the Army called back in the Cold War called Reforger. stood for Return of Forces to Germany. And it was to see how quickly we could return to Germany in case of a hot war broke out, right? So it's always the 5th Corps. It was always the 5th Corps against the 7th Corps. War games with each other. Well, the 101st happened to be in the Corps that we weren't. We were 5th Corps. But the 101st, this particular unit, was assigned to the 7th Corps. Well, one morning, we woke up, and there were 101st Screaming Eagles stickers all over our equipment, all over our tents, all over our Humvees. They woke up, the referees in the morning said, "You're all dead." A platoon of the 101st would walk through during the night and tagged every piece of equipment in our place as if they could have killed us in the middle of the night. And they got past our guard, they got past everybody, snuck through our camp. And they would, if they'd actually been the enemy, boy, they'd have had every one of us. Those guys are good, I'll tell you. Yeah.
Welcome in, Miss Debbie.
Hey, Miss Debbie.
Hey, Miss Debbie.
Scrappy said, "Yep, that's us," laughing my ass off.
Oh boy, I tell you, being in the Army was one of the greatest things I ever did in my life. I got to say, it was really something. I look back on it now with just a lot of fond memories. At the time, it was tough. It's always tough when you're in the middle of it, you know. But yeah, it was a good time. It was a good time. I have friends who were also veterans who didn't have such a good time, and I have friends that didn't come back who stayed in the Army longer than I did, and went to the Middle East and didn't come back. I had some friends that came back, and they're still not home, if you know what I mean.
Yep.
Yeah, unfortunately. And
it affects everybody different. I know a lot of veterans and know combat veterans. Those that are very different, and there's those that are not phased the least little bit.
Yep.
Like, I got a buddy, they'll tell you they kill more people than smallpox.
Yeah.
Tell you that with a smile on their face.
There are those, yes. You're absolutely right. But, you know, I heard a saying once that we sleep well because there are a few men dedicated to visiting violence upon those who would do us harm.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had that talk. We were talking about that the other night. You know.
No, I was talking with you guys about. Yeah.
I mean, in regards to everything, you know. I mean, like, yeah, there's bad cops, but there's also really good cops.
Oh yeah, that blue line. Yeah, there's great cops along that line.
I mean, shit. For any, you know, of all people to say that, you wouldn't expect it to be people that are pro cannabis. Mr. Joe.
Yeah. Hey, Joey.
How you doing, man? What's happening?
So we got another veteran on here. 2 veterans and 2 delinquents.
2
There's
veterans, 4 delinquents.
growing with Stoner Steve.
You know what I wanted to say? Every time, you know, if you're talking and somebody else talks with you, it blocks you out.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the iPhone thing.
Is that what it is?
Junk.
No, because I could be listening to you, and if somebody tries to come in, it steps on you and it locks you right out. So you can't.
Yep.
I can't hear what you were saying. You know.
Well,
I noticed that the other night.
I guess get the laptop out and get it booted up to be able to use it. I guess because this thing's been a pain in the ass the whole time.
Yeah, it's the iPhones.
Oh, is that what it is?
Damn it, Bill Gates.
But this is cool. Hey.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can't. I can make pretty fireworks. The sacrifice that we have to make.
Yeah.
Well, hey, listen. If everybody doesn't know, it's the end of the first period, and it's tied up 1-1. U.S. versus Canada.
Oh boy, in the hockey.
There's a big game going. This is the championship game. I don't know, countries, four countries against some kind of playoff.
How many fights have they had, Joe?
None so far.
Well, that ain't
But
worth
they had 3 in the first 9 seconds of the last game.
That's for booing our national anthem.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, we didn't.
Yeah.
I didn't see the first period of that game.
We didn't boo theirs. You know, we let them do their thing. You know what I mean? We showed respect to them and their ways. She go come right out and start booing us. Well,
I saw a boxing match one time that got so out of hand that a hockey match broke out.
it's times like that they need to leave the politics out of it and just honor the game and all those that have represented it.
100% across the board.
The hard work and dedication of every one of those people that make it there. You know, that's what it's about, not damn politics.
Yeah.
Joey from the Bronx, do you want to throw up
Throw up what? My sandwich?
that right there?
Freedom. What do you want to? Let me see if I can't do that. Oh, if I remember how to do that. Hunters, let's see. Yeah.
This is for a Beautiful Burns designer cones and a scoop. If you want me to go get them, I will. But right now, I'm sitting in between 2 heaters and covered in blankets because I think I'm getting sick and I'm freaking cold.
Oh gosh!
I'm not in the office today. Snuggled with the dogs by the heat. Milwaukee Matt.
Let's see. Present. Share screen.
Well, I think I hear my delivery guy here. Hey, Mr. Candyman.
Hey, I did it with no accidents. It worked.
There you go.
I have to go soon.
Hold on.
So what's happening out there in chat? I see DB. I see Miss Debbie there. Scrappy.
Uncle Surf in the house. What's up, Uncle Surf? Welcome in.
Really cool. I'm gonna
Don't,
go.
don't forget to smash that thumbs up.
I'm gonna get up at 5.
No adulting today in the house.
No adulting.
My vinyl addiction. There you go. Surf. Wow, we got a full house here tonight. Scuba
My
Steve.
vinyl addiction.
Stoner. Certain days we got to call him Scuba Steve and then Stoner Steve on other days, or what?
Yep.
That's how it works.
Well, Davey says no adulting, so I guess that's out the window. Oh, no adulting. I got you. I'm glad that somebody has the name to the life with which we should be living. No adulting today.
It's overrated.
So, let me ask you a quick question here. Do we get on YouTube? Can we show actual cannabis products or no?
Yeah.
Okay, because my delivery just showed up of some of Washington's finest. If you guys would like to see a little unboxing after we do the drawing.
Absolutely.
Did anybody? I didn't see anybody put that hashtag in there yet. Is it up there?
Yeah, I see 7.
Gold Eagle prospecting.
Oh, all right. Because I didn't see anybody put anything in chat yet. Oh, there they are.
Joe, were you in there yet?
I just put one in. For those of you who don't know, which I see Jolly Roger doesn't know, Gold Eagle prospecting is me. Papa York, what's happening? Fishing Gold. Oh, Fishing Gold's up here. What up? Let me go get my soda here. I'll be right back.
Yeah. Papa York, all the way from Maine. Wow. We're on absolute opposite corners of the United States, my friend.
I have friends of mine who go up to Maine just for their product up there.
Oh, wow.
That's what I was getting. It's like
Yeah,
one of the best areas of the country to get your bud from.
we were talking about that the other night. Yeah.
Complete opposites of the country too.
That's what I've heard. I've heard Maine has some just outstanding cannabis.
Yep. North Carolina, Tennessee, and Virginia. That's the same thing we hear around here. You want the best stuff, you got to go to Maine or Jersey. They said the stuff makes it from Maine to Jersey, but it's so expensive in Jersey to buy it that a lot of people go.
Well, they got a lot of grow farms here in New York. I know that because they got a lot of. I go into the little cannabis stores around here. And,
Jason, Miss Charlie, welcome in, welcome in.
They have a lot of different strands to offer.
So, Jason, Miss Charlie, we're getting ready to give away a pack of these beautiful Burns Miss cones for a fancy lady like yourself. You can put your reefer in some fancy cones, and then a terp scoop. And I'm going to play a quick little video. And then as soon as the video's done playing, Joe, hit that button.
Oh, I'm the one.
Chilling in the garden where the green leaves grow. Catch a vibe so smooth, feel the peace overflow. From the mountains to the sea, take a token, feel free. In the cannabis and network, that's where happiness be.
Hashtag freedom. Got to get in it to win it.
Got to get
Win
in
you
it.
some
In it.
beautiful Burns cones and a terp scoop.
We got 10. You ready?
Good luck, everybody.
In 3, 2, 1. Good luck.
She started growing lion's mane mushrooms for Arthur. That's cool.
Very nice.
Jolly Roger.
Roger. Nice. Congratulations, Jolly Roger.
So I know Jolly Roger only messes with gummies.
Well, you can't use that little scoop to measure your salt and pepper and cinnamon when you cook. You have to use it specifically for product there.
So I have. I'll be right back. Can you even see me down here? Nope. Nobody can see me. I like that.
Jolly Roger, I love your little avatar thing up there, the cross knives with the skull. Well, I did for 20 years. I was a chef for 20 years. That's what I did for a living.
I drew that.
Oh, you drew that? That's
Yeah.
amazing. That's a beautiful image. One time I almost got a tattoo of a cross knife and a sharpening steel on my forearm, but instead I went with my first tattoo, which is the same one my father made, rest in peace. It's identical to his first tattoo, except it has my name in it, except his instead of his. But,
Okay, he said he has a friend that smokes and is a chef too. Okay, well if you want if you want the cones for your friend, that's fine. So we can go over that later. Just let me know what kind of color scoop you want for your friends. But I can do a looky see here. I was supposed to do some of these anyways today. So we are doing some cool giveaways. Oh, he's got an awesome cooking channel. If you want to learn some cooking tips, check out the Jolly Roger AR. He's also going to be learning how to cook with cannabis here pretty soon.
very good.
Yeah, he's gonna make us all gummies, right?
No, we're going to be making gummies.
Oh, somebody better be making gummies.
But hey, if you want some gummies, check out the link in the description. I can drop it. I can drop that son of a bitch right now, or some weed coffee.
That's what I want to get. I gotta. Did you send me that link?
I sent that son of a bitch. And if you want 15% off, use the code HoodBilly for 15% off store wide.
Man, can't beat that with a stick.
Heck no, man.
So the company Revelry, they make scent-proof, waterproof safety bags for your devices. Old Paylon. So this is a pipe kit. It's really protected. Like I could hit this fucker with a baseball bat. Well, it's got a lockable deal here where the two zippers meet. See how the zippers interconnect there, and you can put this little padlock on that. Well, they sent this to me to do a little review on the new pipe kit. It's a fancy pipe kit. Like I was going to take this out and actually hit it with a baseball bat to show you that your pipe is safe. There's actually a glass piece in here. It's got the Revelry logo, a hemp grinder, and a pipe tool. So on 420, this is going to be one of the 420 prizes we're going to be giving away on 420.
Nice.
That's great, man. Look at that thing.
So it's a scent-proof bag with a bowl, grinder, and a little pick. And then if we get our custom lighters in, there'll be a lighter in there.
Don't hit it with a baseball bat. Just throw it up in the air and let it hit the ground.
I think it'd be an awesome video if I cracked it across the field with the because there's people that are professional baseball players that are from down here. Like, could you imagine if I got that Baumgartner fella that's from here, and I chucked it up and been like, "Here, hit it," or got Dale Earnhardt to hit it with the car?
Well, that's a little overkill. That's what I'm trying to tell you. Nobody's going to be hitting their pipe with a baseball bat. So if you get on the ground,
No, but the point is when you're walking with your bowl somewhere to go get high, shit happens. Or say we're going on a freaking let's get baked mission up at the old claim, and this fucker rolls down the mountain. Then you go down there. Oh, my pipe's going to be so broken. And then you get down there and you open up your bag. Let's see. I bet you this fucking bag keeps it safe.
oh, I think that'll work. But if you're crossing the street and you get hit by a car, I don't think you're going to be worried too much about the pipe when you're laying in the hospital.
I don't know. Depends how good the weed was that was in there.
Right?
6 of one, half dozen the other, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, my brother held the home run record here in the area for years. We could always have him smack it with his baseball bat. He's still the high school coach right here in town.
Yes, the Wampet bat. I need one of them.
What's a wampet? Oh,
It's a glass baseball bat that you use as a bong.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, you definitely could not get away. I don't think he could get away with using a Wampet for BP out there. I'm going to put that.
So who's down for checking out some of Seattle's finest?
All right, I was gonna say I'm gonna put you on the full screen
Alrighty.
if I can
just
figure
got
out.
this in. I literally just got this in. My buddy went.
So explain to it. That's a weed door-to-door delivery service.
Well, no, it's not a door-to-door delivery service. It's a caregiver for a friend of mine.
All
So
right.
helps me out. Yeah. There used to be in the medical days. There used to be delivery here. I used to know a guy that did delivery, but this is called, the brand is Sunset Lemonade. It's strawberry lemonade by Sour Sunset, and it is a 70% sativa, 30% indica. This is an 3.5 grams. Total cannabinoids is 26%. Total THC is 23.3, CBD is 0, THCA 25.1, CBDA 0. Then it has a supplier and a processor number. So we'll open this right up and see what's on the, oh, it's got a little window you can see on the inside. You can see the weeds in there.
Nice.
Yeah, the nugs. So I'm going to open it up from this side.
What is that, a quarter?
No, it's an 8.
An 8.
Grams. Now this is top shelf indoor. So this costs $35 an 8.
Oh.
Now it comes in a tin like this.
Like a cat food tin.
Like a cat food tin, exactly. Because when you open it up, that smell permeates the room.
I could smell it from here.
Permeates the room. Then the nugs themselves are indoor, nice and tight. I can't do a real close up with my camera very well, but nice tight buds, little Christmas trees. You can see right there, there's a little foxtailing going on. Those growers out there, you know what that is. You're gonna recognize that. But yeah, that's an 8. That's the biggest bud in the bunch. There's some other smaller buds in here that, again, as you can see, off to the side there is a foxtail sticking out of the side. So that was a good mature plant, I think. And then I like to grind it up in the granddaddy of all grinders. This is a huge grinder. So let's see, this grinder is actually empty right now, I believe. It is, so we can go ahead and grind up a couple nugs of this. This grinder that I'm using has won the Cannabis Cup several times. It's called Mama P's Wholesome Grinder Company. It's American-made aluminum alloy. It's got self-sharpening blades. You can see in the middle, there's a rare earth magnet. In the middle of the grinder here, there's another rare earth magnet. And the two of them hold this whole thing together, hold the two pieces together so that you can easily grind it. You can actually hold it by the top without it falling off because of that magnet. The teeth sharpen themselves. Then they leave just a perfect grind in your grinder. Just a beautiful grind, if you like your bud ground. But that is some of Seattle's finest right now. These nice big, and this is just a nug taking off a bud, I'm sure. Taking off a larger bud. But I don't think Seattle is a hub for great cannabis, as in, you know, perhaps Maine. I think Maine is probably a better producer. I think they're better producers in Colorado as well. But Seattle does have some good buds, some good fire. This stuff here is, like I said, a sativa. I'm normally an indica guy, but I'm getting ready to go visit with some friends, and I don't want to be sleepy all day. You know, indica couch, that type of deal. So I bought some indica.
Some sativa, stoner.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I bought a sativa to go with my indica. And that's what this lemonade is here. It's a pure sativa.
Now that 8th will last you all weekend?
Well, no, that won't last me all weekend, but my friends, they have a supply. They're all stoners and heads, and so they
I got you.
Yeah. They'll have ample supply.
That
Plus,
last
I've got my vape. or as my girl calls it, my stupid stick. She says the more I suck on that, the stupider I get. But anyways, let's take a taste of this lemonade here. Let's get sativa. That is very smooth, but I would have to be remiss in one thing. If I weren't to do this, I think Hood Billy would not forgive me if I didn't put a little bit in this. And a couple of weeks ago, a friend of mine was on here, and he won the giveaway. He won the Pirate Pipe. And he gave it to me as a gift because he doesn't really smoke. So this is the Pirate Pipe. And I'm absolutely in love with this little thing. It's a great little one-hitter. You just put your weed down in there in that one hole. You'll see your one-hitter fits in the other hole. And the light is right there on the top. Heck yeah. Anyways, that's all I got for you guys. Some good cannabis, some good food.
Oh yeah, it must be nice to be in a legal state.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here in North Carolina, we keep waiting for them to stop being silly, but
Yeah.
we're about to move. We're about to move north, so
Yep.
not going to
That's
be
a
a
great
problem.
thing about Washington is we're legal here, 100% legal, medically and recreational as well. So anybody over the age of 21, just like liquor. As a matter of fact, we have a cannabis and liquor control board here in the state of Washington that oversees the manufacture of cannabis. I guess they track every plant, every gram that comes off every plant, and they're pretty strict about it.
Yeah.
They are pretty strict about it. Let's see here. Chasing Miss Charlie. Fish, Eastern or Western Washington? Both. I go fishing on the West Coast. Do a lot of river fishing, a lot of lake fishing too over here. But I go to the east side and hit some of the lakes over there, and I just catch the holy dickens out of the salmon, trout, bass on the eastern side. The Eastern Washington has some amazing fishing and even some better gold prospecting up there, up in the northeast corner of the state. We have there's actually a town called Oroville, which of course means Goldville in Spanish. But yeah, Chelan, Lake Chelan. We were just there a few weeks ago for some of the native cutthroat, winter native cutthroat fishing. The cutthroat Lake Chelan are legendary. They are hard fighting, easy catching, aggressive fish. Deborah Hamlin says this is very educational for me.
Yep. So we're gonna have to. I know this lady that wants to start smoking grass and wants to learn some stuff about it.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like we got somebody from about every age group. We've got somebody, we got Joe up here.
So 162. Then we got 65, and that you're muted.
Joe,
I said I'm representing the younger generation, right?
So, we respect our elders here.
So, Joey, do you still live in the Bronx, or are you just from the Bronx?
I was born and raised in the Bronx. I worked all my life down there, and I live about 60 miles north of the city right now. I moved out, but I still go down there every once in a while.
Okay. Yeah, I got some friends in Brooklyn. I don't know anybody in the Bronx, but I got some friends in Brooklyn. Crown Heights. You know the Crown Heights area at all?
Where's that?
Crown Heights, Brooklyn.
Oh, Brooklyn. That's Brooklyn.
Yeah. Yeah, up the hill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I worked for the I used to repair the subway cars. So
Okay.
I worked all in every borough there is in the city. All of them.
Sure. Yeah.
From the Bronx out to Coney Island
Oh, nice.
and everything in between.
Everything in between.
Papa York, welcome in.
Well, I got a joke for you, Joey. You'll probably be the only one that gets it, but do you know why New Yorkers have such a bad attitude?
Why is that?
Because the light at the end of their tunnel is New Jersey.
That's a good one.
Yeah, he's at the end of the Holland Tunnel that connects New York and New Jersey. So yeah.
Did you know? I'll tell you a little fun fact.
Yeah.
That I came across this when I was very young. I read it in the Sunday paper and the funny papers actually. But the Bronx is the only part of New York City that's attached to the continental United States. Everything else is an island. You got Manhattan Island, you got Staten Island, and you got Brooklyn and Queens, which is on Long Island. And the Bronx is the only part of the continental attached to the continental United States.
Yeah. Hey, Chasing Miss Charlie, you say you know Okanagan to Osoyoos well. Let me ask you. I fish that area quite often. Have you ever been to Blue Lake, Palmer Lake, or Wanaka?
Oh, did you see Scuba Steve's comment? He said, and then there's some in here that's acting like they're fucking too. And that's why I put this up.
There
So, for those that were in chat acting like they're fucking too, if you act like you're two, you're going to get fucking banned. And thanks, DB, for silencing the fucking idiot.
Be nice now, Jericho. Be nice.
I'm being nice.
Well, let's not sling names around like that. Be nice.
Yeah, Miss Charlie, I'll tell you, I love those lakes. I love, of course, the Brewster pools. Come on, sockeye salmon. The only thing about Brewster pools is such a combat fishery. You got to get in where you fit in. You get lines tangled. You get it can be a mess sometimes. But yeah, I love fishing all the lakes. Spectacle Lake. What's that? White Rock up there. Yeah, I just love fishing all those lakes up there. You guys, these lakes produce trout that on this side of the mountains, on the western side of the Cascade Mountains, people would mount and put on their walls. You know, I mean, gigantic trout, and you can go over there and catch them every day. You know, there's lakes like Banks Lake where you can a guy just the other day caught a 22-pound rainbow trout. It doesn't sound possible, but he really did. So, yeah, Chasing Miss Charlie. Why, you must you know some good fishing habitat up there. There's some good fishing habitat up there. Yeah, Jolly Roger, that is a huge fish. That I just saw it on from Banks Lake. What they have is they have a trout hatchery and net pens, and they have every year they load that lake full of fish with stockers, and then they feed the fish in the net pens, and all these other fish that are in there just being stocked go below the net pens and eat all the food that the trout don't get in the pens. So these fish just, especially the triploids, they just get gigantic. They get 15, 20 pounds, and people catch them. It's a lake. Look it up on, I bet you on YouTube you can find it. Banks Lake, Washington. It's insane. DB, good for you. You only fish with barbless hooks. You must do a lot of catch and release. I don't do a lot of catch and release. I'm kind of a meat fisherman, but I always release something undersized or oversized. If it's not, the right size fish, if it's not a slot fish, I don't keep it. If it's not the species I'm going after, if I'm going after trout and I catch whatever, chances are I'm probably going to put it back because I'm not there for that fish. I'm there for trout, But I do use a lot of barbless hooks. A lot of the waters here in Washington, you have to use barbless single hook only. So, yeah, it makes it a little more challenging.
I caught an 8-foot, 150-pound striped marlin.
Nice.
Off the coast of the Mexican Riviera, Cabo San Lucas.
Nice.
Yep.
Nice. I've never caught anything that big.
I had an opportunity. We were on a cruise, and I hooked up. We were partying with these younger people. Me and my wife were, and I had signed up to go on a fishing expedition, and they had signed up too. To go on it. We all went out there, had a good time, and we were the only boat that came back that day that caught a fish. And the little Mexican captain was proud to raise the flag that we had the fish on board, and everybody came over to look at it when it was hanging up and took a lot of pictures. Had a great time, man. Great time.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, fishing's an addiction I picked up from my dad.
Oh, yeah.
They say addiction runs in the family. Well, yeah, that one I picked up from my father. He got, I've been fishing since I was just a little kid. And when my kids were growing up, I took them fishing as much as I could. My grandkids. I took my stepchildren out fishing one year when I had a wife and she had 2 kids. And so anyways, we're out fishing one year, and the kids, the older one, the 4-year-old, just about to be 5, he's got his little Zebco rod and reel combo, and wouldn't you know it, on every cast he's catching a fish. Now they're not big fish, they're little sunfish or bluegill or perch or trout or whatever, so they're all going back, because they're not big fish, but he's catching something.
Yep.
But lo and behold, he's the only one catching anything the whole fishing trip. Well, on the whole beach there. Like, nobody's catching anything. Everybody's casting way the heck out in the river, or on the lake rather, and they're using every lure and every bait, and they get a few nibbles here and there, and he's catching these little fish every cast. Well, this old cowboy comes up to my stepson, looks at him and says, "How you catching all them fish, young man?" My stepson gets just frustrated and puts his little hands on his hips, and he says, "You put the worm on the hook and you throw it out." It's just that simple. Sometimes in life, you just have to realize it's that simple. You just got to put the worm on the hook and throw it out. Yeah. That little kid had the secret to life. He just didn't know it. So I saw Hood Billy do this on the thing the other night, where you can take a pirate pipe. You can actually stick it right down into your 18 millimeter bong stem.
Is that the pirate pipe or the Calypso?
No, this is the pirate pipe. The Calypso you can do it too. But I got the idea from the Calypso.
Yeah.
Pirate pipe.
Dan B in the house.
Oh, I got it loaded too tight. But that's fine if you get it overloaded. These aren't pirate pipes, so the dart is the same.
Dan B.
You open it up, and on the side, it has a little little stick that's inside there. And so if you're loaded a little too tight, or you need to pack it in a little bit, make it because it's too loose, you can use that little tool. You get it just for the right consistency.
Dan B, how you doing? Haven't seen you in a long time, man.
He was just here the other day.
Oh, yeah? Was I here? I must have missed him, man. Either that or I wasn't paying attention.
Maybe he was high on the hashish.
Well, you know, you wasn't up the other night.
When? Monday? Tuesday?
Was it? I think it was last Thursday, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, maybe there. Yeah.
I think it was last Thursday.
Yeah.
It was Tuesday. We had a pretty big group of us.
Had to take a day off, I think.
You'll have that.
Oh, we got that power pipe working. I've been using it so much, I already need to clean it. Hood.
Damn.
All right.
I gotta find where I had a whole bunch of them over here, and I lost them all.
I gave a good buddy of mine the little.
The mini pearl.
Yeah. Need to hit him up and see how he likes it.
I'm gonna have to mute this.
Let's see here. Scrapyard prospecting. So, Mrs. Fly fishing in Montana. You know, the only fishing I ever did in Montana was paddle fishing. You guys know what a paddle fish is? Spoonbill, they call them also. It's a freshwater fish, and they run through the Fallon River, which is part of the, I don't know what river system they come up, but anyways, you get they're great big giant dinosaur looking fish with a paddle on the front of their nose, and they will knock up like the mud and the stuff off the bottom, and they have this great big huge mouth, and they go through and they suck in everything, and whatever's edible they eat, whatever isn't edible they just shoot out through their gills, right? So there's this old prehistoric fish that I've never caught one, but I went fishing for them. But I hear they're good eating. So people go fishing for them, but the only way you can catch them is to snag them.
With a treble hook?
With a treble hook, with a big, heavy treble hook, yes. And that's the legal way to catch them, is snagging them. It's the only fish I know of that you can actually snag, you know, in the lower 48 anyways. I know in Alaska you're allowed to with sockeye. But, yeah. So they snag them. But
we used to use the treble hooks to snag bait fish.
Yeah. There's treble hooks on some of my lures and stuff, but you know, you always catch a fish by the mouth with those.
Yeah. Well,
you know.
no, I'm talking about regular treble hooks, specifically designed for snagging. You throw them out into a school. Into a school of bait fish, and we used to snag bunker to go fishing for bluefish.
Oh yeah, okay. I'll tell you, there's a fish in on the East Coast that we just don't have in the Northwest.
Yeah,
that I'm kind of envious of. That's the striped bass.
Oh, I go every year.
Man,
what they do? I live in a little town. I can see the Hudson River from my back window in my porch.
Gotcha.
And every year in April and May, the striped bass come up the Hudson River to spawn.
Yeah.
And you catch some monsters up here.
Man.
You're talking 40 pounders.
Nice.
Man.
And if they're the females and they're you could tell when they're carrying eggs.
Yeah.
You know, you throw them back, you know.
Yeah.
I catch and release anyway because I'll tell you, I love to go fishing, but I don't eat fish.
Gotcha.
But I love to eat sushi.
Yeah. Okay.
You know, I don't like cooked fish. I like sushi. I just in fact, I had sushi today.
Gotcha.
So people think I'm weird.
Are weird, Joe. I go to the old seafood restaurant and get some deep fried fish now, but I'm not eating no freshwater fish other than trout. I've had lemon pepper trout that was good, but that and some salt and pepper catfish is about the only fish that you'll get me to eat out of freshwater.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, now catfish I don't eat.
You get the ones that aren't, they're not babies, but they're smaller. They got a lot cleaner meat on them. Dip them in
Yeah, the ones up here mostly bullheads and channels, and they're just
That's what we get, bullhead and channel cat. But they're I wouldn't eat them out of the Hudson River because there's a lot of controversy. They supposedly had cleaned it up, but there's a lot of mercury still that was discharged in there.
Yeah,
and our chemicals.
In our fishing handout, they tell us, don't eat more than 15 servings of fish a month.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's a little scary because of the mercury,
I live right here by Lake Norman, and they tell you not to eat the fish but once a year.
I see 406 miners in the house here. What's happening there, Stacy?
If you go fish around, you catch and release. You fish for fun, not for food.
Oh, I go down to the little creeks here all the time. Catch sunnies, catch bass, catch trout, and I throw them back all the time because I don't
Yeah, if you're not going to eat them, might as well.
Yeah. Absolutely.
I got a story one time. I when I was living in the city when I was a lot younger, we came up here upstate one time to go, just for the weekend or something like that. So I got my 3-day fishing license and I go out and I stop at this lake along the road there. I didn't know that if it was a private lake. I didn't know nothing. Just a young kid from the Bronx.
Yeah.
So I start fishing and I catch these big giant things. I didn't know what they was. They were ugly. They had teeth in them and all kinds of stuff. So I was curious. The next morning, I went and I asked the guy in the bait shop. I went to buy some stuff, and he's got one of these mounted on the wall. So I says, what is that thing you got mounted there? And he says, oh, that there's a pickerel. So I says, wow, pickerel, yeah. So I says, is that one you got mounted? Is that a big one? Is that he's going, oh yeah, that's a trophy fish there. The thing is like this big or something like that. I said, I'm thinking in the back of my mind, that ain't shit compared to the 2 I threw back yesterday. Then I found out I was fishing on a private lake, which I wasn't supposed to be fishing on.
I did that in Oregon one year by mistake. Kind of. I saw no fishing sign, but it said no fishing. It was a homemade sign on cardboard with permanent marker that didn't even have a G on it. It said no fishing. So I'm thinking this probably isn't a very legitimate sign. This certainly isn't a state sign. So I just went fishing anyhow. Well, wouldn't you know it, game warden came up. Game warden came up.
Yeah.
Tells me, no, this lake's owned by the Oregon, one of the colleges in Oregon. They do research here. There's no fishing. Didn't you see the sign? I said, are you kidding me? That's not even an official sign. He says, well, it still tells you no fishing, and it shouldn't be.
They probably big fish in there too.
Well, I got 5 of them that were about 18 inches long before he got there. I didn't keep any of them.
Yeah.
I was saying, if I'm catching 18 inches this easy, I'm going to wait till I catch a big fish.
Yeah.
But no, he told me, he says, well, since you don't have any fish, I won't write you a ticket, but you got to go. So
You lucked out there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right, the Canadians just scored. Now it's 2-2.
2-2. 2-2, huh? That means we're ahead
Means we're ahead.
somehow. Right?
No, they just scored. It was 2-1. Now Canada scored. Now it's tied up at 2.
But America's still winning.
No,
Oh, we're losing?
it's tied.
Okay. I was being funny there for a minute.
I was going to say. I wasn't going to say nothing. I was going to see how long this went. Seemed like a pretty.
It's actually a famous line. It's actually
You seem like an intelligent fellow, but everybody's got their areas that they're not. So, you know, I wasn't going to call you out.
I wish the Canadians luck tonight. I know it's America versus Canada, but I wish them luck. Both teams should have no injuries and have a good game and all that good stuff.
Well, they all play for American teams, really. Most of them.
Yeah.
You know, they're all down here playing for the Lightning, the Golden Knights, the Rangers, everybody down here.
Yeah, we finally got a team here in Seattle called the Kraken. But they're nobody yet, you know.
Oh, the Kraken?
Yeah.
Oh, they're from Washington?
Yeah, from Seattle.
I heard of them, yeah.
Yeah, they haven't made a name for themselves yet, you know. They haven't done anything extraordinary.
Hell, we got a team in Raleigh.
Oh, yeah?
Something like that. So they're pretty good.
Yeah, they tore down an old mall to give the Kraken an arena, a stadium and arena and ice, you know, all this good stuff. You know, it's a pretty groovy venue, to be honest, you know. So
yeah. I like hockey games. I've been to a couple of hockey games down there in the city in Madison Square Garden watching the Rangers.
Nice.
Did you get to see Gretzky?
I actually, you know, I was gonna dig it out. I have Wayne Gretzky's autograph. I met him.
Nice.
I was with this girl in between my marriages here. I was living with this girl who was a diehard Ranger fan, and she was a member of the Rangers fan club. So she got me to become a member of the Rangers fan club. You know, yeah, no problem. And you know, we used to watch hockey there all the time. But they had a breakfast with the Rangers, and I got all their autographs. I got Wayne Gretzky's autograph. I met him. Mark Messier. You know, Brian Leach, and I even met Mark Messier down in Hilton Head, North Carolina, I think it was, South Carolina, whatever it was, Hilton Head, in a bar, and I got my picture taken with him. And I got to dig it out. I'll dig it out and show it to you.
That's cool.
Yeah. He's announcing the game over here. In between periods, he's one of the analyzers, Wayne Gretzky.
One of the greatest. So,
No.
Yeah, no, not Gretzky. Messier, Mark Messier. Oh yeah, he is. He is. He was some hockey player. You know, that's my era.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like hockey.
Yeah, I like to watch football during the season. You know, it's of course we're a football town here, Seattle.
Yeah.
You know, you have the Seahawks, who didn't do so well this year, but in the past we've had better teams, better years.
yeah.
More bad than good, but I'm still a fan. What can I say? You know, when I was a little kid, I was in elementary school, and they had a brand new Kingdome open up in Seattle, the brand new Kingdome. And they had all of us school kids come down, and we got to tour it and everything. And they had a little contest with the paper airplanes. You try to float your airplane into a hula hoop and you win a prize or whatever. I don't remember what all we did, but we met a bunch of players and whatnot. And we, of course, later at that time, to be honest, I was an Oakland Raiders fan.
I've always been a Raiders fan.
Oh, yeah, Kenny the Snake Stabler. Come on, that was my man. That was my quarterback.
Oh, yeah.
Those years that I was,
yeah.
a fan, right?
Yeah.
So we get Seattle Seahawks in town, and all of a sudden, we got our own football team. Man, we got Jim Zorn and Steve Largent. Man, yeah. And so I became a Seahawks fan back in '76, man. You know, I've been die hard since then. I figure, you know, I'm from the Northwest. I haven't lived in Seattle my whole life. You know, I've actually wandered around the states quite a bit, wandered around the world quite a bit. But yeah, it's always kind of been my centralized areas is Washington, though, you know. So yeah, I've always been a Seahawks fan.
Yeah, well, I'm being from New York, you know, I'm a Yankees fan, I'm a Giants fan, and I'm a Ranger fan.
Yeah.
But you know, outside of that, I used to love to watch George Blanda. He played with Stabler, and when Madden was coach of the Oakland Raiders.
Yeah.
Those were the years. So, you know, it was John Madden, it was and George Blanda that got me to be a fan of Oakland.
Yeah. You know, speaking of New York, the Knicks scored a member of their team scored the first 2 points in the NBA.
Oh, the Knicks back in the day.
Back in the day, when the NBA first formed, the first man was a fellow named Ozzie Schechtman, scored the first 2 points in the NBA.
Oh yeah,
They're in New York. Yep.
I'm not much of a basketball fan, you know.
I don't watch it a lot, but I know I like trivia. You know?
Yeah. Oh yeah, the trivia is good, but basketball to me, it all ends up down to the final 20 seconds.
It really does. It really does.
Unless it's a blowout, you know.
Exactly.
And it's not worth watching either.
Yeah.
Like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Super Bowl, yeah. That was a bad Super Bowl this year.
It was a horrible show. Oh man, that halftime show. I'm sorry, that was a travesty. I just hope for better next year.
Yeah, they could always do a little better.
Yeah.
Hopefully. And they could do worse.
Yeah, they could have me come out and sing. Oh, yeah.
They should go back to the halftime shows like the one where Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson did it.
Nothing wrong with that one.
That's the one with the costume malfunction.
Costume malfunction.
Oh, nip.
That was no malfunction. That was on purpose.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I don't feel like she tried to pull her baby out on national TV.
She had the thing all decorated, man.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you don't shine up your car unless you're going to the car show now, do you?
I guess you don't. No, you don't.
Oh.
Yeah, we have Coach Joe Gibbs actually lives around here.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. And my first job back in the day was at a boat dealership.
Was what?
At a boat dealership. We sold boats and jets.
Oh.
And my next door neighbor got me the job, and he was like one of the lead selling guys at this place. So like, we're out riding around on the boat. He's like, you want to go ride some jet skis? And I'm like, well, yeah, that'd be cool. He's like, all right, we'll go pick some jet skis up. We go over there and pull up at this house. He goes bebopping up in the dock, walks right up in the back of this house, just like it's his. Comes back out. It's got the lanyards, the life jackets. He's like, all right, come on. He said, Joe should have these things filled up with gas. We were taking Joe Gibbs's jet skis.
Oh wow!
Ride all over the lake, hang out, talk to mom, get his boat back. I'm like, you don't even have to tell him. He's like, nah, he'll see my boat. He knows he's.
That's cool.
Good Jeff.
I say, let's get fucking high.
Oh yeah.
I'm working on that right now. I'm chopping one.
Germinator's in the house.
You can't grow it if you can't germinate it.
That's right, right?
Joe, do you use a grinder?
Yes, I got one right here. A Cali Crusher.
So I'm the one out of all y'all.
Nice.
Oh, yeah.
He's rolling one, Chonky Taco.
Marcy Collins, I didn't see you sneak in there. How you doing?
Marcy Collins, look at there. Marcy's out of grinder for so long, used to be blue, now it's silver. Wore all the color off it. I hate when that happens.
Wore all the color off, huh?
Yeah, I guess it's cold everywhere except the Northwest. We have had the craziest winter. We normally have a foot of snow right now. Buses are running, the cars are running into each other. People are slipping and sliding. We usually have 6 to 12 inches by now. We've had one day of snow. It got to maybe 2 inches deep and then melted off by that night. Yeah, it's been crazy. We've had some rain, but not a lot.
Yeah. Well, that's the same. I was talking to Milwaukee Matt, and we were saying the same thing. He's out there in Wisconsin, and there's maybe an inch or two, he said, on the ground, nothing compared to what they used to have,
Wow.
But same thing here, but it's been cold, man.
Yeah.
It's been cold. I haven't got. Look, I got my arthritis gloves on, man. My hands are killing me from the arthritis.
Yeah.
And I just had my boiler shit the bed yesterday.
Oh no.
Oh no.
I usually sleep in. You can ask Jericho. I'm usually in bed till 10:30, 11 o'clock. She comes in at 9 o'clock, and wakes me up and says, "Joe, it's awful cold." So I go out there and I look, and the house is going down. It's down to 65, and the boiler wasn't working. So,
oh no!
I called my my golf partner. He's a good friend of mine, and he put my air conditioning in and everything like that. He's heating and air conditioning, so he came over and took a look at it, and he jumped out the Aquastat, and he's gonna bring a new one tomorrow. So, but we got the heat back on. But that's one of those things, I'm a city boy, but the first thing I did when I moved into this house was put a wood burning stove down in the basement.
Yeah, that's smart.
So I got some wood out there. I was able to put a nice fire and keep warm down here, but I went upstairs. I seen the wife. She's sitting there watching TV with her, the fuzzy hood jacket on and everything like that. I said, "Come downstairs, warm your feet up at the fire. It's like 80 down there."
Yeah.
They have a backup way to heat your place, you know.
Yeah, it is. Well, it's kind of like life's chess game. You got to think a step ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have one of these little natural gas on the wall. It's like kind of like the ones that you hook a propane bottle up to,
Yeah.
Instaglow or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But it's on natural gas, so the power goes out, heat goes out, whatever. As long as you got the bill paid for the natural gas, you turn the thing on, and you're good.
Yeah. If the electric, if I lose electricity here, I could still heat the house with the wood burner.
Yep.
It'd be hard set, but it won't freeze the pipes upstairs, I don't think. Depending on what we're doing. But I also got I found out that the central air conditioning unit that he put in also, if you run an air conditioning unit backwards, it's a heat pump.
Yeah.
So this thing can run. It can actually heat the house. It won't heat the house if if the ambient temperature outside is below zero. But so I put that on yesterday, and it heated upstairs pretty well. Yeah, you gotta have a backup plan, man.
Shoot, I still got a wall mount air conditioner in the wall right there. From like my grandpa put that thing in the day back in the days. Like that was their first source of air conditioning for this house. Then they put a air system on here and everything. And but he always said he'd never take that out of the wall, because if the air, the AC goes out, he's at least I can turn that on and it'll keep it from being miserable.
Yeah, yeah.
Or he's like, or I can block off the whole back of the house and it'll be cool back here.
We used to keep we had a wood stove downstairs that went into the chimney. It was an insert, and then upstairs we had a fireplace. We had a split level, but downstairs the bottom part of the split level was a grow, had 18,000 watts grown of the old metal halide and HPS bulbs.
Had to keep the house warm.
I was just gonna say we never ran the heater. We never had to run the heater.
Nope.
But that was back in the medical days when it was still legal to do, and you could have a certain number, and then it was worth having. It was worth doing them, But yeah, that was a nice little project.
Yeah, down here in the basement, it's cold in the winter. But in the summertime, it's like naturally air conditioned.
Yep.
Yeah.
You come in from working outside and it's nice and cool down here.
Yep.
Never have to worry about it getting, I'm surrounded by earth on on at least 3 sides.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I used to keep a backup. I used to keep 3 generators, 3 2,000-watt generators with inverters, so they're quiet, because I lived kind of in a neighborhood, and I kept those because I figured I had 3 rooms, and if something happened, a couple thousand watts will at least keep everything alive.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So that way I had a couple thousand watts for each room. But yeah, the old lady used to get on me about getting one for the refrigerator, freezer in the house and everything, and I was like, we'll get one next year. Yeah.
Anybody that's grown knows the inconvenience that comes with house.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, hey, Jericho. That's what I was going to ask you. My my golf partner, who was over here yesterday fixing my my boiler, he do you have to be subscribed to the channel in order to chat?
Yes.
That's probably what it is. All right. I got to tell him that. Because he said he was trying to, he described, he was there because he was telling me what I was talking about, but he couldn't type in chat. So I told him, like, you probably got to be a member. You got to subscribe to the channel. So I'll tell him because he's interested in, all the stuff that's going to be given away for free on 320 in preparation for 420.
Yeah. I just want to mention real quick, I noticed we have some likes on there, and if anybody hasn't smashed that like button yet, that's probably a good idea to show a little love. It takes just a second to reach over and
There you
double
go.
tap your screen or hit the like button, whatever you got going on.
Damn decent.
Be darn decent of them. Yeah.
I just popped over to the YouTube side and gave it a like.
Yeah, Marcy makes some good ass brisket. Marcy's in
nice.
Redneck Smoking smokes some shit.
Oh yeah.
Nice. Yeah, I do a little smoking myself with fish and whatnot, mostly fish, but
I do a little bit of smoking too.
yeah. It was a little hard keeping those fish lit. They're a little wet, a little moist, but no.
So I no, it's funny you say that. So I watched the guy. He took a fish,
Yeah.
stuck a stick through it, put a bowl in it,
Funny.
and turned it into a bowl.
That's hilarious.
Chunky Taco's been dry humping the like button this whole time.
I found that funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, brisket. I went out. Me and my wife went out to Ohio to see her mother, and she swore by this place out there that made brisket. And we had brisket sandwiches, and they were very good, But around here, I don't think there's any place. I don't see it much on the menu. But I think my wife found a place that I'm supposed to take her to dinner to soon that has brisket. She wants to go there. Once the weather gets nice, she wants to go there, and I think they got brisket.
Oh, it's good.
I hear a lot of people talking about brisket. I haven't had the chance, like I said, only that one time I got it out there in Ohio.
Yeah.
To have it, So
I used to. My father, may he rest in peace. He was a fisherman. Not a fisherman. Of course, he was a fisherman, but he was an entertainer as his living. He did a tribute to Burl Ives. If any of us remember Burl Ives,
yeah.
folk singer. Well, my old man sounded and looked just like Burl Ives, so he did a tribute to him. As a matter of fact, if you ever go to my channel, you'll see a bunch of my dad's music. Not all of it, but a bunch of it, and even one of his videos, but of him doing his performance. But as a result of that, I traveled quite a bit throughout the nation when he'd do his tours during the summertime. And I remember traveling through, Texas and having some of the best barbecue in the world, man. I'm talking just great barbecue. Like you just don't find it anywhere else in the U.S. I remember going to Louisiana and having the best Cajun food. Jambalaya and etouffee and gumbo and just out of this world. And then we went to Florida. And I went to Florida, and I remember we pulled up to this little stand, and there's this little kid standing there, and he had a sign that stood up, and it said, all the orange juice you can drink for 25 cents. So my dad and I both got a cup of his orange juice for 25 cents, gave him a quarter, handed him the cup back. I said, I'd like another cup of orange juice. The kid said, that'll be another 25 cents. So wait a minute, your sign says all you can drink for 25 cents. That little kid looked at me and says, mister, that is all you can drink for 25 cents.
That was worth that damn quarter, wasn't it?
Worth that damn quarter.
I'd have given him a damn dollar or two. Be like, that right there was worth that right there.
Yeah, you got me there, kid. Here.
Right?
No.
You got me on that one, kid.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine. We had a reunion one year with all my my Navy buddies,
Yeah.
and it was up there. Where was it? I think it was up in Massachusetts somewhere. But my friend came up. One of the guys in my division was from Louisiana,
Yeah.
and he brought up. We were up in Maine, is where we were, but he was from Louisiana, and he made gumbo, and he brought up alligator,
Oh wow.
and he cooked up this alligator. This stuff, it was delicious,
Yeah.
and I think he mixed a little in with the gumbo.
Yeah.
I don't think I ever tasted anything that good.
Yeah.
That stuff was delicious.
When
Overripe.
you make real gumbo, it takes you about 8 hours before you can even start your sauce.
He was cooking all day long, all day.
Yeah. It takes you all day to make good gumbo.
Yeah,
Because
That
you
stuff
can't
was
just
good.
whip it together. You got to make a brick roux to start with. You got to.
I don't know what he was doing.
Yeah,
I was drinking all day.
Yeah, it's a process, man. And but it's worth it. As you taste it, it's worth it, man.
Oh yeah, very
Yeah.
good, very good.
Yeah.
And the
Always
only place, speaking of Florida, the only place that I ever found, I went looking for it. I went looking for recipes. I went looking for the stuff you use to make it, and I could never find it up here. And the last time I went to Florida, the first time I had it was in Florida, and when I went down there, boom, it was on the menu of the restaurant that we were in. So I had to get it again. Blackened chicken.
Blackened chicken, yeah.
Blackened. I don't know what it is that they do, and I've never found it, how to do it, because I'm not a cook, really. I don't pursue it, but
Yeah.
blackened chicken, that was I think it tastes great, man. Fantastic. If I
It's all about the seasoning, ain't it?
that's what I get.
It's about the seasoning and how you when you cook it on a very hot fire so that it blackens everything.
Yeah,
Blackens.
but there's some kind of spices that they
Very
must rub.
spicy. Yep.
They must
They
rub,
rub it in. And, yeah.
Yeah,
That's some
yeah,
good
that's good too.
I know some of the spices and it looks like grass.
Yeah. Depends upon the rub they use, but yeah, because you want that stuff to burn, but you don't want it to taste burned. You know what I mean? Nobody likes a char taste.
406. What do you what kind? What's that comment mean? No, only me and you know what that comment means. Oh, that's funny. It's a blessed blackened season called Magic. Oh yeah?
Nice.
Where do I get it though? Jolly Roger, where do I get it? I guess I could get it online, right?
So Jolly Roger's own brand of cooking seasoning is going to be coming out pretty soon.
Oh yeah?
Nice.
The Jolly Roger AR seasonings.
Nice.
No, that's good
I'm
enough.
with you, Joe. I don't do a lot of cooking.
My I don't do
He
a lot
says fucking Google it, Joe. Stop being
I
lazy.
do-
I don't do that.
if I do cook, I cook good.
Yeah.
I think I cook pretty good.
I'm
But I don't like to cook. I don't like it.
Yeah. I love cooking. I do not care for baking. Baking to me is like the science of cooking because everything has to be really precise.
Yeah.
When they say use a quarter teaspoon of baking soda, they don't mean what you think is a quarter teaspoon. They mean a quarter teaspoon. And I'm a little more loosey-goosey when I'm cooking. I cook I'm a good saucier and it's a good saute. Making fresh sauces, making sauces to order and making them the same every single time. I'm really good at that type of stuff. But when it comes down to the baking, to that really sharp science of pastry chef and stuff, I let the pastry chefs do that. You know what I mean? I love to do it.
That's like their own. They have a special dish. That's a whole different category, kind of
Exactly.
of the industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jolly Roger says the same thing. Yeah, I'm not a baker. I can do it. Give me a recipe, I can follow it. I can do it. I just don't enjoy it. I just don't. Just
We
not my
have
thing.
we have a place up here in New York. In fact, it's I'd say it's about another maybe 30 miles north of me. It's the Culinary Institute. The Culinary, I think it's called the Culinary Institute of New York. I'm not sure, but there's like a waiting list.
Well, yeah, there's one in state of New York. It's called Culinary Institute of America. It's CIA.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm talking. That's the famous one. But
Yeah.
there's like a waiting list for almost a year long in order to get a seat.
Yeah, and that's if you can get in.
You can't get in there.
Yeah, I worked with a few CIA chefs throughout my career, but the latter part of my career, I was kind of I was either the sous chef or the chef in the kitchen, and or I was the kitchen manager. So I did a lot of the hiring and firing, and I didn't hire a lot of CIA chefs. It's just it was easier to hire a chef that just came out of community college or an arts institute who knew that he knew nothing. He knew that he's a prep cook at this point.
Yeah.
It was better to get him and train him the way that I wanted him to cook rather than get somebody who already had a bunch of knowledge thrown at them in the past 2-3 years by the CIA. And now they come in and they're like, I can do all of this. And yeah, you can, but you really don't have to. That's your chef's job, And so it was just easier for me as the boss to hire people with a little less experience than that, But
Yeah, I knew it was a prestigious place up there. I didn't
it
know it was of America. I thought it was of New York.
no, it's CIA, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen it going on my boat up there, up the Hudson. It's right on the Hudson River.
Yeah. Yeah, you work for you work for some real chefs when you're coming out of the CIA. You don't end up working at the South Side Cafe in Slidell, Louisiana, like I did. That's not where you end up working. You don't.
If you graduate there, you're not going to be in the back of a greasy spoon, right?
You won't even know what a greasy spoon is, my friend. Because
So
the dishwasher will deal with that.
Greasy spoon.
Yeah. Yeah, I've known some CIA chefs, and actually, most of the CIA chefs I knew were restaurateurs.
Yeah,
They all owned restaurants, owner operators, and they all did pretty good for themselves. But
who's cooking? They're cooking raccoon in chat. We're talking about the Culinary Institute of America, and they're cooking raccoon over there.
Hey, raccoon tastes good as long as you get the grease out. Hey,
You kidding?
Jolly Roger. Yeah. Jolly Roger. Use buttermilk. Jolly Roger. When's the seasonings come out? Yeah, Joe, use buttermilk. It takes the grease out of anything. Did you know that?
No, I don't.
Cat-
I'm not a cook. I don't know nothing.
Catfish. Skunk. Yes.
I make
Skunk's good as long as you
good-
get the.
I make good tuna salad.
yeah, whenever we make a duck confit, what you do is you take a duck hindquarter and you cook it at a very low temperature inside of rendered duck fat. So it's so totally submerged in fat, this piece of oily duck. And then once it's fully cooked, that's when you take it out and cool it. And then you soak it in buttermilk overnight. Then the next day you pull it out of the buttermilk, you bread it, put it in seasoned breading, and you fry it. And my goodness, that's good. That's good food. Duck confit is very good. Yeah. But it's soaked in buttermilk to get that excess oil out, and that flavor out. Yeah.
See, I wouldn't know that. That's something that you'd learn at the Culinary Institute.
Well, that's something you learn by going in and trying duck confit sometime at the restaurant too, my friend. If you ever get the opportunity, if you see it spelled CONFIT. So if you ever see it, man, give it a shot. It's good.
When I was in Montana, they 406 wanted me to eat grouse.
Yeah, Jolly Roger's talking about. He says duck confit is fall apart tender, and it is. It is fall apart tender. Yeah.
Wasn't going to have any part of that grouse.
Yeah. I had a few grouse growing up. The way we kind of lived, we did a little bit of hunting and whatnot when we were kids. We kind of had to. So we had a few grouse growing up, some deer, elk, venison, different types of venison, but a lot of fish. I ate a lot of fish. I remember one time I went down to this pond. We had just moved into this area where there'd been a lumber mill, and lumber mills back in the 70s and 60s, the chemicals they put in their ponds were just horrible. Well, this lumber mill had burned down, but I don't know how many years before we moved there, but it had been a while. And all I knew was that there's these 3 big ponds that had fish in them. So I went down and I caught this great big bass, probably £1.5 pounds, which was big for a kid back then, And I come running home with it, and I handed it to Mom, and I wanted her to cook it for me. The only problem was this bass had sores on it.
Oh,
Gross. And my mother was like, I am absolutely not going to let you eat this fish. And I remember being so upset. I was just pissed.
oh,
I was
man.
like, I caught that fish. I want to eat it. She's like, no, you don't want to eat this fish.
Yeah. Nothing wrong with grouse, huh? Well, I told 406 I wasn't going to eat anything if it didn't come on a styrofoam plate with plastic over it.
Yeah.
That's me. I'm not trying a lot of stuff either, Joe. I stick to what works. I've had enough food in 45 years that I know what I like. We got a place right here in town. If I want to get brisket, it's like right here, half a mile up the road. I live in downtown, so there's a little shop down here that they do a really good brisket.
There used to be a place in Seattle that sold goods barbecue called Hills Brothers. It was up in the Central District of Seattle. They had their own smoke pit there. Real smoke pit in the ground. They smoked their own meats, made their own sauce. I used to take dates there when it wasn't going very well on the date because they served the sloppiest barbecue sandwich. And when you get a girl that you're really not going to get along with real well, and you've given up trying to impress her, and you still want to have something good to eat, then damn it, she can eat what I'm eating. What I want was Hills Brothers barbecue. And if that barbecue sauce got on her dress, well, then she should be careful. They would take a slab of white bread, put about a pound of barbecued brisket and sauce on that thing, put another piece of white bread on it, wrap it up in some parchment, wrap it in aluminum foil, and that was $4.50. And brother, it was a sandwich. Oh my gosh, it was a sandwich, and it went everywhere. You grab all the napkins you wanted.
Yeah.
But and there was no inside seating at all at this place. So it was a to-go only restaurant. And it got a little messy sometimes. So
That's the best ones.
yeah, that's right.
What I mean?
See, I like the ones that are flavorful without the sauce.
Well,
Without that, like there's some sauce or the meat's moist. It don't need all the sauce. I don't know. I'm not a sauce guy because I make a fucking mess. I already make a mess of my fucking clothes. Like I don't like doing fucking laundry. I like to wear the same shirt twice in a week sometimes, maybe 3 times if you don't notice. Like I wear hoodies because I'm cold. I got another shirt on underneath.
Like you've been wearing for 3 days.
I don't want to get food on it.
Oh.
I don't want to have to take my clothes off while I eat.
No.
Yeah, what they used to do with their brisket was they would put the brisket down and then they put sauce on top of it. They didn't mix it all up with the brisket because it did. You know, the sauce was just an extra. You know, but,
there's a real famous deli down on Houston Street in New York. The name of it you may have heard of it, Katz's Deli.
oh yeah, I know. I've heard of Katz's. Yeah,
We used to go down there every once in a while when we got the chance to, and go in there and eat. And you go in there and you get in line, and all the people behind the counter, they're like old time family. You know, it's a real like Jewish delicatessen that you know, and it's famous. Everybody and his brother's been there.
yeah,
But you go down there and you tell the guy, I want a corned beef sandwich. All right. You go out, you'll take the corned beef out, you'll start off the steam table, you'll start trimming a little bit of the fat off, and he put it on the machine, he'll make a slice, and he'll give you a slice.
yeah,
He always handed you a slice, and you ate it. Yeah, that's good. Then he proceeds to make a sandwich. You know, like a regular, like a corned beef on rye, regular piece of rye bread that comes like that. He put about that much corned beef on there with mustard, and you got pickles. Those sandwiches today, you could probably, they're probably about $15 to $18 a sandwich now, but you know, it's unbelievable that corned beef. Oh, it melts in your mouth.
yeah.
Tastes unbelievable. The pastrami, the same way. Even the hot dogs down there. You used to eat 2 hot dogs while you're waiting in the line for your sandwich. It was that place is unbelievable.
Yeah, Katz's is world renowned. Yeah.
Back in, they used to have the sign. They still got the sign out there.
Yeah.
To get a salami for your boy in the army.
Nice.
There used to be a saying back in World War II.
Nice.
That's how long that place has been there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been a long time, man. I know it's been there a long time. I heard of Katz's years and years and years ago. Never been there. I've got friends in New York, but I've never been to New York myself. Closest I ever got was Newark. I out processed at Fort Dix. So yeah, I got to Newark and flew from there, flew home after the army. But
yeah, New York, you could more or less get anything, any type of food you want here in New York. You could find some kind of restaurant that caters to anything from around the world.
yeah,
We used to go to this exotic meat place that I think I went there once, and I don't think I even ate anything because they were serving stuff like off the wall, like ostrich or weird kind of things.
yeah.
A big city like that, you know, you got all kinds there. So
See, yeah, Marcy Collins. They put that up there. You see that? They used to have the sign there.
Yeah.
Send a salami to your boy in the army. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a catchphrase back in the day. Yeah. Thank you for having my back there, Marcy. See, I tell it.
Awesome.
DB said now she's got a corned beef brisket in the freezer. She's going to have to cook it this weekend.
Oh yeah, now we gotta go. I'm getting hungry now too. Just thinking about that corned beef, man. Ooh.
Right.
I like pastrami. Pastrami is good too. I make a sandwich with pastrami on it.
Yeah.
It's real
You know,
good.
the entire city of Seattle, we have quite a bit of Jewish people here in this town. One real Jewish, real kosher certified restaurant in the whole city.
Oh yeah.
Einstein's Bagels. They're all over the place, but ours is kosher certified. And other than that, you have to go clear down 30 minutes south or 30 minutes east or some other city to pick up kosher food. But in New York, you can find it all over the place.
Oh, yeah,
Depending on what
it's all
neighborhood
over.
you're in. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But I myself, I'm not Jewish. I have an Israeli flag behind me, and I have some Judaica behind me. But I'm not actually Jewish. But I'm a huge supporter of Israel.
Well, like here in New York, you got sections. You got sections of New York.
Yeah.
That are catered to different ethnic orientated groups, and that's where you get the different foods from.
Yeah.
Like you got a Little Italy. We have a Little Italy in the Bronx. My father-in-law used to own a deli down there. He was from Italy.
Yeah.
My father-in-law, and I tasted all kinds of stuff down there. You got Russian food out in Brooklyn. You have all kinds of different foods in Queens and the Bronx. There's anything you want, you can get here.
Yeah. Yeah.
We used to go to the South Bronx. I worked on the subway system. We used to go to the South Bronx. I worked the midnights, and me and a friend of mine who was Spanish, we used to go to the South Bronx, and at lunchtime we go up there and go to the little places where I couldn't even pronounce what the hell they're making there. I have no idea. He told me what I got to eat.
Yeah.
Yep.
But the food was good. Food's always good.
Yeah.
I got Latino family, and every time I've ever went there to eat, they make me a plate, and they make my food and bring it to me because I don't know what any of that stuff is.
Yeah, yeah.
And they ain't never steered me wrong either. Love them, love them to death.
I'll never forget one time I had to go down real early in the morning in order to get my window fixed for my car, and it was cold out. And I got there early enough where the junkyards weren't even open yet. So I go over to this coffee truck, and there's two Spanish ladies in there. And it's early. They're setting up their truck, and I wanted a cup of coffee. So they says, come on inside. We'll make you a cup of coffee, but get out of the cold. We're not set up yet. So I go in there, and they make me a cup of coffee. And I call it, it was good coffee. It was nothing wrong with the coffee, but it looked like she took the coffee grounds, put them in a dirty sock, and dipped them in the water. So I always called it dirty sock coffee, but it was delicious. Good coffee, strong coffee too. But I call it dirty sock coffee.
That what is it? That Cubano coffee?
It Bostilo. It's they make it out of espresso coffee, the real strong stuff.
Yeah,
Black coffee.
So I watch a lot of Joey Diaz, and he talks about the coffee that you get from. I think it's like the Cuban coffee or whatnot. But he said you don't drink but like a little cup of it, and that stuff has you like rocket fuel.
Yeah, that's I call it espresso, but my wife yells at me. It's espresso. ES. Yeah, that's black coffee, very strong. That's Bostilo is a brand name of that.
Yeah, Bostilo espresso. Yeah.
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 That's all they drink over there in Europe. Like in Italy, that's all they drink. They have espresso bars. You go in there, you get a cup of coffee, they give you this little thing, shot it down, and you're on your way.
Yeah. Here in Seattle, they have that Starbucks everywhere, and I haven't been to a Starbucks in probably 15 years, but I go to this little place called Muddy Waters Coffee here in Seattle. Boy, do they make a good cup of coffee.
Yeah, I know. I can appreciate a good cup of coffee.
Well, this is just a little tiny family-owned place. Now it's actually a woman-owned place. Unfortunately, her husband passed just recently, tragically. So just out of the blue. And but yeah, she runs this great little coffee shop, man.
Yeah, yeah.
It's
good night, there, No Adulting. Take care. Thank you.
Good night, No Adulting.
Good night, No Adulting. Take care, man.
Yeah, I like a good cup of coffee too.
Yeah. Yeah.
My wife is on a kick. She's been on it for I don't know, a long time now, at least a year and a half. But I buy them blocks of Bostilo, blocks of them, and that's all she drinks is black coffee.
Yeah.
She makes herself, she got a frothing thing to froth the milk and put a little cinnamon on it too. But, she likes it. She loves that stuff.
Flash in your pan.
Hey, Starbucks sucks.
Yes, it
I'll
does.
do a bong rip for Ed.
There's a great drive-through place in Cedar Woolley. What's that called, Flash?
Bustillo was Cuban coffee. Oh, I thought it was Italian.
Hey, Flash, what's that place in Cedar Woolley called, man? I travel quite a bit here in Washington, and every now and again I find it. And, oh, he doesn't remember. Okay. Yeah, I love sharing little gems you find on highways and
Damn
little
right.
byways. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Them little hole in the wall joints are some of the best ones that you ever come across.
Exactly.
Ain't no joke.
We have a gem of a restaurant in Seattle. It's actually kind of famous in the right circles, but it's just a little cafe called Bet's Cafe, and it looks like a greasy spoon when you drive by. It just looks like some nothing, But you go in and they make some of the best breakfasts you'd ever want to have. They make one type of omelet that's called a full house. It's a 12-egg omelet, and it comes on a pizza pan. It comes on a big pizza pan. Half of the pan is the omelet. The other half of the pan is hash browns and like 8 pieces of toast. And yeah, it's like I don't know if they do an eating challenge there, but yeah, eating one of those is quite something when you do. I think you might get your picture on the wall if you do it in a certain amount of time, but
you gotta have a severe case of the munchies for that.
yeah, I've never even tried, even with munchies. That's a lot of food. I've seen people try it, but
It's right by Woods Logging Supply in their parking lot. At least it was.
alrighty.
Yeah, Ed, we're doing good up here. We're hanging in there.
Almost that 2-hour mark.
Yeah, there's only under 8 minutes left in the game. Still tied up.
So I just got to ask again if there's anybody who's just coming into the channel, if you don't mind reaching over and hitting that little like button, that's always good.
Smash the old thumbs up.
Takes just a second.
So, one of the things we didn't talk about is one of your hobbies. So you do like growing some reefer.
Oh yeah.
Now, but beyond growing reefer, my favorite hobby of yours is what you do with it after.
Hash. Hash, man.
Hell yeah.
I love making hash. Yes, I do. I'm a bit of a hash heen. I'm a hash maker. When you got a nice fresh crop that's just cropped out and you want something really special, well, you mix yourself up some good bubble hash. You freeze that trim and those popcorn buds, and you make yourself some ice water hash, bubble hash. Ooh, it's so sweet.
How do you do that?
You retain all the terpenes. It's a big process, and it's really a lot to go into. But there are YouTube videos out there all over the place now.
Yeah,
I learned it back in the 80s and late 70s, early 80s. But Yeah, it's basically what you're doing is you freeze all the cannabis, and in doing so, you're also freezing the resin heads, the trichomes, the little crystals that are on the bud. Well, then when you put that frozen bud in with ice water, you use screens, these different micron screen of bags. I like to use full mesh bags for higher yield, and they come in different sizes, and you put them in larger size to smaller, and you fill your bucket up with those screens. You put those screens in the bucket, and then you go ahead and fill it up with water and ice, and you put your frozen trim and buds in there, and you let it freeze for a little while. You let it set for a little while, and then you start to agitate it. You can do it with a wooden spoon or a paint mixer, or it depends upon the size of the bucket you're using. There's little tricks to it too as well for mixing it up. You don't want to mix it too heavily, but you don't want to just swish it around either. You want to kind of give it some good back and forth action.
Yep.
And what that does is that agitates those pieces of marijuana and of cannabis, and it breaks off those resin heads. And those resin heads, those rosin glands, they all filter through those differing sizes of screens.
So it's kind of like classifying your gold and getting the gold down into the different sizes.
Gold. Exactly. The first screen you pull out is going to have, the first bag you pull out is going to have all of your leaf matter in it. All the bud, all the ice, all of that stuff in it. So you pull that out, and then the second one's going to have some hash in it. The third one's going to have some hash in it, and on all the way down. Each one's going to have a different grade of hash. Each one's going to have a different yield of hash. Some people mix them all together. Some people don't. I know people that use 2 bags and then just capture it all in water. Gradually reduce the amount of water and collect the trichomes that way. So there's different ways of doing that. Then after you make the hash, when you end up with the final product, you can actually take that and put it through a rosin press and come up with hash rosin, bubble hash rosin, which still, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I believe when you press, I've never pressed rosin. I don't have the press, but I think when you press it, you still retain terpenes. You still retain flavor profiles.
As long as you don't do it too hot, yeah.
As long as you don't get it too hot.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. Yeah, I've never done it myself. I've never made rosin. I've made a BHO back in the day with a little vacuum purger and the tube and the whole 9 yards. And but we knew even back then we had a vacuum purge set up for it. Then I got a Tasmesium extractor, if anybody knows what that was. That's an old school closed-in condenser, basically, that uses BHO to extract oil, and then it's self-purging, and you actually get to save the gas at the end of the process and use it again. So that was kind of neat about that process. So I made different oils, made different tinctures. I like taking hash, making tincture out of it, putting in some Everclear, sticking that in the closet for a couple of months. That always makes a good tincture. But yeah, I love hash. I love making Moroccan hash, Lebanese hash, bubble hash. There's so many different methods to making it. Now what's getting popular is the dry ice extraction, because that's such an easy way to do it and such a high yielding way of doing it. But I'm still a sucker for that old school bubble hash, man. Or Moroccan hash. Oh man, if you want to put the work in to make Moroccan hash, it is really worth it. It is really worth it.
Have you ever thought about doing a demonstration?
Well, they did. They did do an article on me in the Northwest Leaf magazine. You can find it in issue.com, ISSU.com, I think is the website. I don't remember exactly, but it's the magazine is called Northwest Leaf, and it was from January of 2012, back in the medical days. the editor-in-chief and his people, whomever, had gone out to the dispensaries to find out where they got their hash and who would do it and who could do it and who knew how to do it the best. This type of deal. Well, they kind of narrowed it down to me. So they did a 4-page article about me about making hash, and I broke it down into 11 easy steps. So it is in a magazine. I have done that, but that breaks it down to 11 steps when there's actually about 30 or 40. That broke it down to the most basic.
Now, have you thought about doing a video series on making it?
I've often thought of that. Of course, I've got to wait till harvest now. Every year, I got to wait until the harvest season here in Washington because it's most of it's outdoor on the east side, and so I have to wait till harvest over there, and because everything indoor, pretty much everything indoor is going to be recreational, because you just can't make it work indoors with 15 plants, paying the electricity and everything, and unless you're just using a little tent and you're just raising a few of them at a time, autoflower or something, maybe, I don't know, but I just don't think that it's viable. But I guess with LEDs, with the new LEDs and electronic ballasts and whatnot, it's cheaper than it was back in the day on electricity. So maybe it is. I don't know.
That just depends on where you're at.
Hey, Jericho, tell Jolly Roger not to cash in any of that gold, man. It's still going to go up.
Yeah, gold's going to keep going up.
Yeah, it's going above 3,000 soon. Soon, it's right there.
Oh yeah, it was almost there today.
Yeah,
I would hang on to anything that you got for a while.
Yep.
I do that every morning. I get up, I make my coffee, I sit down in my chair, and the first thing I look at is the price of silver and the price of gold.
No.
Sometimes I look at the price of Bitcoin too.
Yeah.
I don't have any of that because I don't understand it. So I don't.
Yeah, I don't get it either. That digital currency is beyond me.
I know that's the way everything is going to end up going, but that's going to be after I'm long gone.
Gold is the standard. Gold doesn't change price. Inflation changes price, but gold, if you take an ounce of gold today and an ounce of gold in 1825 or 1925, right? If you just add or subtract the inflation, it's the same amount.
Yeah.
Gold stays the same. It's just inflation that changes around it, makes it worth more or less.
Yeah.
You want gold prices to go up? Why the market's got to go down?
But that's the truth.
Yeah, that's the way the trend. That's the way you look at it or you see it.
Yeah.
But it costs more to mine it right now because the cost of fuel.
Oh, the cost of home heating oil is tremendous.
The cost of equipment is through the roof. The cost of fuel, pay, employment, everything.
Oh yeah. That's what's making the price of eggs go up too.
Well, they also killed, what was it, 20 million laying hens from the bird flu. The last administration said kill all these chickens because of the bird flu or something.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, they did a big kill off here in America. Yeah.
Well,
I didn't hear about that either. I thought it was because of transportation costs as well. And I was corrected. I looked it up and I was like, oh boy, I didn't know about that.
I seen some stuff that kind of called that, but you don't really know what you can believe either.
Yeah, true that.
I know chicken farmers, and I know the way they talk about disease in those chicken houses. He's like, it's bad. You can get a disease, and they can wipe the whole damn house out in a couple, 2 or 3, 5 days.
Yeah.
He said, and then can't use that chicken house. They have to decommission it.
Yeah.
Some things I think they can clean up and reuse them, and there's other things that happen that those things are no good no more. So
Yeah.
no matter how many years they got out of them, they just got the cost of that facility. They got to eat it.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll tell you, the marijuana market here in Washington has really gone crazy since recreational was voted in. The price went just drastically, insanely high. I remember the 2 days after it went legal, a friend of mine and I went to a legal dispensary, one of the few that were around, pulled into it. There was a state patrol car sitting out front of the not in their parking lot, but in the public street out front in the public parking space. So we thought that was kind of weird. We go into the joint, and it's not called the joint, but we went into the place, and we go into this place and they say, "Oh, we got to see your ID. Make sure you're 21." Well, I'm clearly 21. Nope, we got to see your ID. Okay, here's my ID. They looked at it. Okay, very good. You can come in. So I came on in. So we went in.
Hit the Explorer.
They said we have three strains to choose from. So there were 3 strains. They're all outdoor grown trash weed that smelled like straw. Looked like straw, anyways. Couldn't smell it. Back in the medical days, you could smell it. You could look at it. You couldn't handle it, but you could check out the jar, anyways. But now you couldn't do any of that. You couldn't touch it at all. You couldn't open it. None of that. So we asked how much it was a gram, and they said $35. $35 a gram if you want to buy it legally. Because the state had instituted like a 50% tax, I believe it is, on cannabis.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's insane. So they were charging that much, and they were getting it. There were people in line buying it. We didn't. We walked out without a purchase. So, of course, we had other ways to get it.
That's right.
It's a lot cheaper than $35 a gram. That was ridiculous. But we thought we'd buy some if it was reasonable, but it wasn't even reasonable. But now, for $35, you can get top of the shelf indoor grown cannabis for $35 an eighth. That's $10 a gram. There was a while when that was costing $15 a gram. $18, $20 a gram for that quality.
Hit the Explorer. I haven't seen you in a while, man.
Well, it's kind
Most of these people probably ain't even gonna know who I am. I should
They'll be like, who the fuck is that? Who the fuck is that?
Right?
Joey from the Bronx.
Fish and Gold, what is the law about concealed and weed? Concealed carry and weed.
I don't know up here in Washington. I don't know how that affects any of us with a concealed weapon. They say when you fill it out, they ask, they got a question on there. Are you taking any illicit drugs? And well, the thing is in Washington, no, I'm not. Federally, who's to say? So I don't know how it plays out, to be honest with you. Washington is not a gun on the west side. Let me qualify my statement. On the west side of the state, in the Cascade Mountains west, it is not a gun-friendly state. If the only people that have guns are the criminals, you go to the east side of the state, it's a little different color politically over there, and they will. You try to do something criminal over there, people will put holes in you from a distance with pew-pews. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So it is a totally different ball game. So, yeah, I'm not real certain how they look at it here.
Mr. I Grow Fire, how many blunts are you in? You're only 2 blunts in? Because a comment on Twitch was, I Grow Fire dude looks way out of it.
Well, I did smoke one right before the show, so technically I'm 3 in, but 2 in on the actual show today.
Oh,
Yeah, I look like I could be blindfolded with a dental floss.
That comment comes from Joel Loy.
I'm just soaking up all the knowledge, Fish and Gold's dropping on us here,
From Patch Grove, Wisconsin.
Oh, I wish I had half the knowledge I thought I had.
You got more than you give yourself credit for. That's for sure.
Well, there's a few things I love, and I know a little bit about them, so I guess that counts for whatever.
Yeah.
Like my dad used to say, that and $6 will get you a cup of coffee in just about any restaurant.
I love humble growers. Everybody that's humble and grows.
Yeah.
Generally pretty, you learn a lot from those people. It's the ones that, think they know everything, and you don't ever stop learning.
Yeah.
Your voice don't match up with your mouth, and every time somebody said, like I said before, every time somebody says he steps all over you, you got to fix that, man.
Are you connected to your internet, or are you connected to?
I should be connected to the good one.
Am I the only one who sees it? Or is everybody else?
No, you're right.
Well, hold on.
Because it's driving me nuts. I think
Hit the Explorer said weed prices fell through the floor there in Massachusetts. Can get an ounce of great bud for $125 now, but it used to be $400.
Oh yeah, I know. Even here in New York is the same thing. I go to the weed store and they're selling an eighth for half of what I used to pay for it.
Yeah. Well, I can get
a lot better weed than I used to buy too.
Yeah, I can get ounces of weed that are way better than I used to buy for $80 an ounce.
Yeah,
it's just insane. It's just not the quality that this type of bud is. It's just not. It's outdoor grown. It's going to be outdoor. Which is fine. Outdoor grown marijuana is beautiful. Sun grown weed, if done right, is a beauty to behold.
Well, I remember the days back in the early 70s, you can get like a $20 ounce, but $20 was a lot of money back then.
Yeah.
Too.
Yeah. I got a picture of old hippie brickweed, Mexican brickweed on my phone.
And that weed was nothing compared to the stuff you get today.
I know.
Oh my God.
God.
I like that weed.
I remember the transition. I had a hard time. I had a bad we lost him. Let me put him back up here. Here he is. The transition from smoking that old crummy Mexican that you had to smoke 2 or 3 joints to get high.
Yep.
To smoking that stuff where you take, you're smoking half a joint and I'm on the floor.
Yeah.
First time I smoked that stuff from California somebody had, I couldn't move. Move.
So I started smoking in 1979. I was 11 years old. I was just a young kid, and I stole a joint from my mom's stash. Took it out of the shed. It was old. It was old Mexican dirtweed. I didn't know any better. I took that little joint out there and I lit it up, and I smoked that whole thing, and I didn't get high. I didn't feel one bit, and I inhaled. I did everything. I knew how to smoke. I just never smoked a joint before. So I didn't get high. So I thought my little 11-year-old brain, pea-shaped brain, says to myself, well, mom's a hippie. We're around weed so much that I'm just immune to it. I'm that cool, man. A couple weeks later, I go to a party, and they had some California, some Humboldt County homegrown, they called it. They had some of that, and one of them asked me, because everybody's smoking pot, and I kind of went into the room, right? And they said, "Hey, little man, you smoke weed?" I said, "Heck yeah, I smoke weed." And they said, "Well, hit that bong." I said, "All right." And I didn't know the puff, puff, pass rule. I thought you're supposed to smoke it till it was empty.
Oh,
So I smoked that whole, I mean, what was left of the bowl, it was burned when it got to me, but I smoked the rest of it down till it was gone. And then I passed it on, and everybody was just standing there gape-eyed at me. How's this little kid smoking so much weed, man? About 15 minutes later, I remember telling the guy next to me, "Hey, man, am I breathing? Because I just smoked some pot, man. And because if I'm not breathing, I think my mom's going to be really fucking mad." Okay? He's like, "Let's go outside. Let's calm down." You know,
man.
he got me outside, got me chilled out, got me realize, yes, you're breathing. You're just fine. You're just really stoned. Then he told me I live next door. So he told me, go home, sneak in. Don't wake anybody up. Go straight to bed. And in the morning when you wake up, everything will be fine, man.
Well, that's like me, you know. I can't. I don't know what it is. I think the stuff is really. I'm not used to it being so strong, and I can't. You know, I smoke. I had 2 hits out of this today. That's all.
Yeah.
Just 2 hits out of that, Joe. You didn't smoke your pipe. Hey, Joe, did you see that?
What? Hit B? Oh, you want to put that up there? But I think the weed is so strong today that you know it'll last me an eighth of an ounce will last me a month.
Oh, see, not me.
I know you guys are something else. So, you know, it's I can't smoke that much. My friend that I go golfing with, the guy who fixed my furnace.
If you give me an eighth, I still got a third of a joint left to fill. So we got a hashtag. We're gonna do a.
I'm a half ounce a day guy.
That's right.
You want me?
Where
to
the
put
fuck's
that
my
up there?
pictures at? All right, so yeah, the hashtags hit me. We're gonna do a winner's choice. I suppose to make myself big. So we're gonna do a winner's choice. You get a pre-roll 8-pack. Remember, winner pays shipping, and then you get a terp scoop. In a funk away. Or you get the where the fuck is it? I'll tell you what the other choice is as soon as I find it. But so you get your choice between the cones, terp scoop, and this, or you get a pirate pipe and a calypso. So you get a winner's choice. But winner pays shipping, hashtag hit me. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up. And yeah, I'm going to get off the big screen now.
Thank God.
Joe knocked himself off the fucking whole thing. Joe just fucking said, "I'm leaving. Screw you guys."
Screw you guys.
Yeah, so where's the overlay? So yeah, so here's the pretty ass cones. These are 8 packs of cones, and then the cans of cones we're giving away on 420. We also have a bunch of other really cool things we're giving away on 420. But these are the pre-roll cones. They got aliens, all kinds of fancy ones. Then you got a terp scoop, the 420 funk away. Here's a little video for the terp scoop.
Chilling in the garden where the green leaves grow. Catch a vibe so smooth, feel the peace overflow. From the mountains to the sea, take a token, feel free. In the cannabis and network, that's where happiness be.
And then now you get the long pirate video. But don't forget, on 320, Willem David Products is going to be having the Pirate Pothead extravaganza. We're doing it on 320. That way your treasure chest gets to you on 420. What's going to be in there? There's going to be pirate pipes. There's going to be pearls. There's going to be polar blasts. There's going to be all kinds of cool stuff. But yeah, so Joe's going to put up the hashtag HitB. So there's the hashtag HitB. We're going to run it for 2 minutes and 50 seconds. You get a choice between the pirate pipe and Calypso, which is, for those of you that don't know, it's
Let
this.
there be smoke!
I mean, I guess we technically could do 2 winners, but man. All right, so for 2 minutes and 50 seconds, hashtag HitBeIt, and then we're gonna play this video. As soon as the video ends, Joe's gonna run it. Are you ready, Joe?
No.
Fair enough.
Ready for what?
All right, so I'm gonna play the Pirate Pothead video.
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes and 50 seconds long. So as soon as that sucker ends, you hit the go on the hashtag and run it.
Oh, all right.
And then whoever the first, so yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. First person chosen gets a 420 Funkaway spray, choice of cones, and a terp scoop. And then the last person chosen gets the pirate pipe and the Calypso. How about that? Should we do it that way, Joe?
Sure.
Mr. Agro Fire. Panel.
Heck yeah.
I don't give a shit.
All right, so first person, but you can only get one. So if you've already won the pirate pipe, you can only have one. Remember, that's the rule for the pirate pipe.
Yes. Oh,
All right, so
I shouldn't have.
well, if you win, you can give it to somebody in chat. All right, I'm gonna run it. Here we go. I'm gonna play the Pirate Pothead song for Willem David for giving us this $100 grand prize for the night. Here you go.
Eyes bloodshot and low, sails the 7 seas where the trade winds blow. Not for gold or jewels or a treasure map's lure, but for the finest term on the door to the shore. He's a pirate pothead, a legend of the sea, with a bong in one hand and a parrot on his knee. He's got a calypso pipe and a stack so green, the highest pirate you've ever seen. Cruising motley punch, always hazy and slow. They swab the deck with a smile. Wherever they go, they fight with laughter instead of a sword, and share a puff of peace when they come aboard. He's the pirate pothead, a legend of the sea, with a bong in one hand and a parrot on his knee. He's got a calypso pipe and a stack so green, the highest pirate you've ever seen. A motley punch, always hazy and slow. They swab the deck with a smile. Wherever they go, they fight with laughter instead of a sword, and share a puff of peace when they come aboard. He's a pirate pothead, a legend of the sea, with a bong in one hand and a parrot on his knee. He's got a calypso pipe and a stack so green, the highest pirate you've ever seen. seen a fool and a fiend, but he's just a pirate living his dream. He's got no cares, no worries, no strife, just a sweet, sweet gusher and a pirate's life. He's a pirate pothead, a legend of the sea, with a fog in one hand and a parrot on his knee. He's got a calypso pipe and a staff so green, the highest pirate you've ever seen. So if you see him sailing on the horizon's gleam, don't be afraid, he's not what he seems. Just a friendly pirate with a heart of gold and a bag full of wheat worth more than you're told.
Let there be smoke!
That's the happiest bunch of damn pirates I've ever seen in my life.
Jolie Loy. He just came in too.
Nice.
All right.
Joel Loy.
Is he still here?
Yeah, he's here.
Yeah, he had to come over from. He was fighting to get into chat.
Yeah.
He had to verify age because it was set to not made for children.
Oh.
Because Joe's a potty mouth.
There he is. Nice.
What color? Oh shit! Here, make me big. What color fucking terp scoop you want?
I was on the shitty Wi-Fi too, so I should sound better now.
You do sound better.
You don't look.
You do
any better.
sound much better.
You don't look any better. Now don't get all sensitive.
And then what fancy 8-pack of cones do you want? There's many choices.
For the information of all, we're in overtime right now.
Taste the rainbow, motherfucker. Pick a color. Taste the rainbow. I know Joel, so that's why I'm being a dickhead.
Oh.
$100 bills in blue. All right, there's a blue one.
I got $100 ones in purple. Right?
Yep.
Nice.
All right, let me take me off the screen. Now you get to run it for the pirate pipe.
Oh, yeah? So run it again, right?
Oh, yeah, so hold on, I forgot. Hey, Joel, you also get our first ever giveaway from our new sponsor, Funkaway, 420 Funkaway spray.
Oh.
I'm sure that's great for many uses in the car.
Oh, yeah.
in the
Especially
room.
if you're an Uber driver and you pick up somebody that's been smoking trout.
Yeah.
Hashtag hit me if you didn't get it in before.
Will it still pick it up?
Yep. And don't forget, winner must pay shipping. Got to be 21 or over to enter, and all that happy horse shit. And YouTube and doesn't sponsor giveaways and.
America.
How do we get that?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck Joe did. What are you doing, Joe? Hit run again.
Hold on a second.
Joe's hitting the wrong buttons.
Oh,
I
he got
got
it.
it. Oh, it didn't. Oh, there it goes.
Great Scott, are you still here? Did you run away?
There he is. Great Scott. Sweet.
There he is. Oh.
Well, I'm going to show you again what you
Let there
won.
be smoke.
Instead of having you up there.
So I'm smoking a ounce through this bong and then an ounce through the bong with the Calypso for the Calypso challenge. So make sure you guys check out the Calypso challenge video. Willem David Products has a lot of awesome videos coming out. We're doing a lot of crazy tests for him. A lot of awesome product tests. He's got some more really interesting products coming out. The Pirate Pipe is a dugout. If you're a dugout person, this dugout is going to blow your mind. Like,
Oh yeah.
the manufacturing and the engineering of this thing in itself, it's like, it's a fist packer. First off, like, when you hold it in your hand, you know, like,
Oh yeah. Look at this. These are beautiful. Oh. Oh,
so you use the Bic, I use the torch one.
Maybe he was high on the hashish.
I think that's what it is.
Yeah, don't forget every Tuesday and Thursday we got Token Tuesday and Twisted Up Thursday. Coming up on this Thursday, we've got the Weed Gets. I don't know if I put that video on. We got the Weed Gets people. They've got this awesome filtered and cooled pipe they're giving away. They also have a one hitter they're giving away. That's next Thursday. On 3/11, we've got this awesome starter kit coming from Dynavap. It's a dry herb vaporizer. I'm working on a video with the big one here. I'm really impressed with the wand, this induction technology. Instead of having to use a torch, this thing gets up to 800 degrees. All right, we're ready to say the Pledge of Allegiance, Joe? Oh, I thought we were going to say the Pledge of Allegiance.
I tried to put you showing things off.
So this wand uses induction technology, so you can actually like put your finger in here and it doesn't hurt you, but it'll heat up metal super hot. This thing is amazing, and it works great for the dab rig that it comes with. I got ripped, torn, snorted, freaking baked. Like me, Mr. Fish and Gold, and Mr. I Grow Fire, Fish and Gold. We're sitting backstage. And it was only like midnight, 12:30, and I'm like, all right, fellas, listen. I'm going to fucking bed. I'm pulling a Joe. See you later.
Excuse me, but it's
because like my little dragon egg I got from Scuba Steve, you can take tiny little poofs. And you can get dab hits, but it's tiny little. It's like a tiny little baby poof, like a little baby dab poof. But with this thing, you actually get to use a regular, normal size banger, and you put this sucker on there, and it's. Well, I guess I could do a demonstration. Just like that, it's heating up.
Wow. Look at that thing go.
and it's already smoking. It's already done and ready. It's cooked. It's faster than a torch. Like, but look.
Yeah, don't burn your finger.
Yeah, that's cool.
Now, if that was a torch head, that would be burning the shit out of my finger.
Yeah.
Now this sucker's hotter than freaking.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Don't touchy this. So like, weed science is amazing. Speaking of weed science, don't forget the Calypso Challenge, where I got to smoke an ounce through this bong, and we're gonna look at the nasty water. Now, if you've seen the water that's in the Calypso, it's freaking clear. It's got a smoky tinge to it.
Clear water every day, brother. Not a clean
See,
bong, but clear water.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, man. Did somebody mention a dab? I think it's time to do a dab.
Well, I suppose
I got sad news for you all. The Canadians won.
Oh,
We're going to hear it now.
yeah, we are.
What say you, Mr. American Ambassador?
Fuck Canada!
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
Fuck Canada.
Well, it had to be a hell of a game.
Good night, Miss Debbie.
Why'd you put me on the big screen? Because I was going to play my Fuck Canada video after they won in hockey. I don't even think any of the Canadians were in here to enjoy that.
They were talking in on here. I seen them. They were starting prior to the game.
Gotta love the rivalry.
Oh yeah, they're at it again. There he is.
They're at it again.
Like the smell of the lemon on the lemon cookies.
Yeah.
Hercules. Hercules.
He can
Hey,
hear you.
He hears me.
I know.
All right, I think I'm gonna have to probably start being quiet here. It's 11:30.
Joe's like shit. I was just really fucking loud. What's up, Robert?
Hercules.
Can you not do that right now?
There's buy-in on a nightly basis. Compete level among the greatest players in the world. It almost never ceases, even with this compressed NHL schedule.
All right. I will move my stuff. Come here. Come here. Oh, him's want some loving. Oh, him's the most neglect. Oh, don't kiss my face. Oh, I know. What would you like? You just tell me. Me too.
Well, 4-3 prospectors here. Go Canada.
There he is.
I should have waited. I should have waited. Hey, rewind it like 3 minutes.
Yeah.
It was a good game. It was a hard-fought game.
Yeah.
Went into overtime, so that says a lot for both the teams. I know you're not going to gloat that much there, Travis. But the other guy, I know the other guy can't wait.
Shit.
Yes, I agree.
Dude. Oh. Robert. Up here.
So is everybody what? Everybody took their last bong hit and they're done or what?
Oh, hell
No, I'm Robert, come here. No, Robert's having an issue. I couldn't take one if I wanted to. He'd fucking knock it out of my hands. Come here. Come here. Tell me what you want. I know what you want, but tell me. Come here. Should we go? Oh, wait.
So let me see, guys. We started 2 hours, 36 minutes ago. My delivery came while we were talking. This is what's left of the 8th.
Oh, man.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
That's how you do it.
2.5 hours, 1/8.
I should roll up one of these cones. That'll last me a couple of days.
Yeah.
Yeah, Joe lights it, takes a hit, puts it out. Sometimes he doesn't even get it fully lit, and he's already got a hit. Go outside.
Outside.
Let's go.
Joel Lloyd, that is definitely not outdoor marijuana.
No, he's talking about the dog.
Oh, the dog.
He knows what I was doing to my dog.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
That's funny.
DB, you're still here. This is late. Isn't it too late? No, it's late. I shouldn't even be here. Marcy's still here. A lot of hardcore fans out there, man.
Are you ready? People are ready to do some sniping.
What do you mean? Sniping?
Joe missed it.
Joe, you never went snipe hunting when you were young?
Oh, come on. We took guys on snipe hunts.
So I told my stepson one year when he got to be about 14, I was going to take him snipe hunting. He looked it up online, figured out it was a joke to play on him. Then he proceeds to dig further on Google, only to find out there really is a bird called a snipe. And that's where we get the word sniper from. It's because snipe hunters were the best hunters. They could shoot that little tiny snipe bird.
There you go.
And I'm like, you little smartass. You just got online and
Let's go.
Figured everything out in the world. Figured everything in the world out on me.
Now,
Gotta love the internet.
Yeah.
inside. Let's go. Freeze your little dink off if you stayed out there. It's cold out there. Yeah. Oh, we got Chiba Pet. That's what the other cool giveaway we got on 420. Man, I am pretty high. We got Chiba Pet on 420. I'm looking forward to hanging out with them guys. They're going to be pretty fun. And then Santa Cruz Shredders. That's going to be a fun day. So when you coming up so we can make some Fruity Pebbles?
Need to get up there. Tuesday at least.
Whew.
Might be up that way next day or so.
All right. That'd be cool. 'Cause I'm ready. Well, I got to do dishes, but clean the counter and the stove because we're going to. Oh, Jolly Roger, I'm filming a motherfucking cooking video. Filming a cooking show.
Can of treats with Jericho.
That's right. Get baked.
Well, edibles, man, let me tell you, they are so much stronger on you. You know, you metabolize them differently. You metabolize them through your liver, becomes a different chemical, and 4 to 5 times psychoactive than THC.
Good night, DB.
Good night, DB. So I'm going to use an ounce for a stick, I think. Because it takes one stick to make one thing of Rice Krispie treats, right? Anybody out there in chat know how to make Rice Krispie treats? How many sticks of butter do you need?
Hold on, I'll look up a recipe right now.
Size of the pan.
I don't have a pan, so.
Rice Krispie treat recipe. Okay, let's see here. Prep time is 10 minutes. Cook time is 5 minutes.
I'm seeing in chat one stick.
1/4 cup butter, yep.
And I'm seeing people saying, no, not an ounce per stick. That's too strong, pussies.
That is pretty strong, but it's not too strong. Yeah, it's right on target. So your recipe is 1/4 cup butter, which is 1 stick of butter, 4 cups miniature marshmallows, 5 cups crispy rice cereal or Fruity Pebbles or what have you. Melt the butter in a large saucepan over low heat. Very low heat. You don't want to burn your butter, okay? And once the butter is melted, add the marshmallows and stir until the marshmallows are melted and well combined. Cook 2 minutes longer, stirring constantly so that you don't burn them. Remove from heat. So you're just going to want this on like a medium low. Stir in the crispy rice cereal until well coated. Then press the mixture evenly and firmly into a buttered 9 by 13 inch pan using a buttered spatula or waxed paper. Cut into 2-inch squares when cool. Wow, that's easy.
All right. I hope you were paying attention. That's all the shit you need to bring.
Well, you know,
I got the weed.
Listen, you can buy an aluminum 9 by 13 pan. You know,
I got to measure my. So my oven's a tiny camper oven.
Yeah.
I'll measure that when we're offline. I got a ruler.
You can do 9 by 13 those little stoves.
I think I can fit a regular ass pizza in there. So.
Yeah, it's not that big of a pan. Well, no. You're not putting it in the oven anyways. You're not baking it. You'll watch through the if you watch through the show. I put all the ingredient all the instructions. If you watch through this video again, that was all the instructions. You just melt your butter, like at a medium low heat.
Oh, it's just to smash it in there.
Yep.
Yes, exactly. What you do is you melt your butter over medium low heat, and make sure it doesn't burn. Stir it so it doesn't burn. Then
Well, the butter's so the butter's getting made.
Yeah.
And then after it gets made, it'll be melted and poured directly from being canna buttered.
Okay.
It's going to be instantly turned into canna butter.
Okay.
And it'll be canna buttered into the fucking mix.
Okay, put it right into the pan then. Because what you have to do is to the can of butter, you have to add the marshmallows. Okay. So you're still going to want a pan on medium low heat. Not too high because you don't want to burn your marshmallows. So then once your marshmallows are fully melted and incorporated, so it's liquid, that's when you pour in your Rice Krispie treats.
Okay.
Pour them in, coat them thoroughly with the spatula. Yeah. Once it's thoroughly.
Yeah, I got two of them rubber spatula deals.
Yeah, perfect. Once it's thoroughly mixed together, put it in that 9x13 pan and just press it down with that spatula.
Yeah, so I had the Sam used to make me the chocolate ones and the Fruity Pebble ones.
Well, once you get in that 9x13 pan, you don't bake it or anything. You just stick it in the freezer.
Yeah, she used to just stick it in the fridge and the one in the freezer. She made me a fast-eating one and then a slow-eating one.
Yeah.
And let's just say, so one time I ate a pan.
Oh, boy. That's a bunch of can of butter.
Yep.
Oh, Great Scott. Shit. Great Scott. You need this. Joe was supposed to do it.
Do what?
Put that up.
Do what?
Oh, I was watching the
fucking hockey.
The medal presentation. They sang that funny song.
Well, they won, so.
Oh, Canada, my home and that one?
Yeah, that one.
Oh, boy.
Sounds like they earned it. Like you said, it wasn't given away.
Yeah.
2801 Jolene, how are you? Oh, they got a little cup. It look like they're skating around like it's the Stanley Cup, like they usually do.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But it's smaller than the Stanley Cup.
Yeah. Right on. The first time I've seen 2801 Jolene in.
Yeah.
Good to see a new viewer. Welcome. If you don't mind, take a minute, smash that like button.
What's up, Morticia?
Morticia.
That's Morticia Adams.
Oh.
Yeah. Great Scott sent an email.
I'm going to have to go upstairs, find something to eat.
Almost at that 3-hour mark. This is the longest stream for Mr. I Girl Fire.
You know, if you got enough smoke, you can just keep going. I suppose. You know, Joey, this is something that's going to resonate with you, I'm sure, or with all of us probably. Would you imagine when you were 15 that you're going to be sitting there able to smoke weed at your leisure legally at some point in life? Would you ever believe at 15 years old this would ever happen?
I was hoping.
Yeah, but come on, who would ever think such a thing?
Well, you know, I always, you know, growing up and all through even half of my adulthood, it was, you know, it should have been, but you're trying to figure out why it's not. And you know, you knew eventually everybody. I figured eventually everybody was going to come around. I knew I'd see it in my lifetime. It didn't really matter to me because I was smoking pot all the time anyway.
Treated it like it was legal.
Yeah. You know, you put it down when you seen the cops, or you know.
Yeah.
I got busted twice. It's inevitable.
Well, I've been cop jacked a couple times, you know, where they come out, take your weed, and let you go.
I got caught twice, but it never. I was smart enough to get myself out of it.
Yeah, but they always take your weed. See, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Because you know they burn the weed up a bowl at a time.
A bowl at a time.
Oh, Miss Debbie's back. She needed a snack.
Uh-oh. Jolene, she's hitting her electric dabber after putting the little one down.
Yep, she's got a water bubbler that leaks.
Did you get the munchies?
They need a new gasket.
Yeah, I've got a 3-year-old granddaughter and a 4-year-old granddaughter. 4-year-old's just about to turn 5. They're just little bundles of energy. And believe it or not, my 19-year-old grandson, he and his wife just had a baby.
Oh, wow.
I'm a great grandfather.
Damn.
My grandson had a child. Yeah. I started early in life. My son started early in life. So things just kind of happened early. Yeah.
I got 2 grandkids with their 7 and 5 now, I think.
I got a whole mess of grandkids. Yeah, I got me a whole mess of grandkids. Yeah. Well, I got 4 kids. Four kids of my own. And I have some godchildren too that are just, you know, I'm real close with, that I've just, you know, been around, and their father unfortunately passed on, and I just kind of help them out when they need help, and I'm always an ear to listen to, you know.
Yeah.
And Jolene said her little girl's about to be 2 in April, and she's going to be a big sister in August.
Oh, right on.
Yep, she's going to have her next baby on my birthday.
Nice. What birthday? What day is that?
August 7th.
August 7th. That is my daughter's birthday. My daughter Amanda is a Leo. My son Leo is a Leo. He's born August 4th.
Marcy's got 7 grandkids.
Wow.
Got about 5 minutes, 30 seconds left, Joe.
Is that what we got?
She said she's due August 25th, but she'll be induced at 37 weeks, so that it is the 7th, so who knows?
Yeah.
That's funny. Could be the 7th. That's funny.
Well, God willing, she should have an easy labor and healthy children and all that. Everything should be a blessing.
But yeah, so for those of you that missed it, don't forget, we got the Revelry here. I'll make myself big so you can see it. Oh, I suppose I can take the banner down. Feel better, Mr. Igo Fryer?
I do.
So we got the pipe kit. This is one of the 420 giveaways. It's a padded, scent-proof, waterproof pipe kit. It actually comes with the pipe poker. If we get the custom lighters made, we'll have a lighter in there. And it has a little hemp grinder. And a little stash spot for some herb. Yeah, so this is one of our 420 giveaways. I think this is going to be what we give away at 420 on 420. From Revelry. So that's pretty neat.
Right on, man. That looks like a cool case. I had a little pipe case, but boy, nothing like that.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
Mine's a Cheech and Chong one. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. You remember the black one that I used to have? I forget what the name of it was, but that was a kick-ass little pouch. It had damn like a roller lock on it.
Yeah, what happened to that sucker?
The lock ended up busting.
Mm.
I can't remember what the damn name of it was. I think I still got it.
Joel says mine's a Crown Royal bag. See, that's what I use.
Yeah. Yeah, Jolene, when my son Matthew was born, my daughter Tamara used to love up on my wife's belly, like you're talking about. Used to go up there and hug the baby, give the baby a kiss. You know how you do. And then when the baby was born, she was very upset because she knew a baby was coming, but she thought she'd still be able to love up on Mama's belly. There'd still be a baby there too. She thought she could have her cake and the icing, you know. However, have her cake and eat it too, yeah. But so she thought she was going to get a little baby brother, and still be able to have a little baby belly to love up on. She was so disappointed.
So this bag is called a Omerta, Omerta.
Okay.
Got like a roller lock on the back of it and everything.
Nice.
And I mean, this thing, I had it for about 2 years before it broke. But it's got like little pouches on the inside of it and everything, and it's smell proof. And I put it through a lot of abuse, but it finally
Shit. Send me the information on it. We'll hit them up. You can do a review on it. Tell them this motherfucker's been through some miles. Miles and miles of smiles and smiles.
whole bunch of those.
Fucking Joe just disappeared. Oh shit.
Okay, well, you'll get enough sleep when you die.
Well, I wasn't tired. I just took a big old freaking puff and got out of oxygen yawn.
Gotcha.
I was getting ready to take a dab hit. There's Joe.
I'm at you there.
I had to go turn the TV off.
What was that Brill Cream commercial, Joe? Little dab will do you?
Brill Cream.
Brill Cream, yeah.
I don't know what the fuck happened to that piece.
I remember a bunch of them old radio commercials. They don't run anymore. The products just don't exist anymore. I still remember a bunch of those old commercials.
Oh yeah.
Jolene down there fat shaming Joel's mom.
Hey, Jocko from the Netherlands. What's up?
Dutchie.
Mr. Goldpen and Dutchie Jacko.
He's up in the middle of the night again.
All right, Scrappy Doo. Good night, Scrappy.
All right, take care, Scrapper.
Good night there, Scrappy.
Right on. Yeah, Dutchie, I used to live just a little east of you. One little country over.
Uh-oh. Debbie says, not a grandma yet. My son's getting married March 15th. He's 29. Maybe I'll get one. Get him. Get him, Miss Debbie. Get him. Oh, shit. I got to mute myself.
Heck, I forgot about doing a dab wood with Jericho. I'm going to catch up here. I got a dab ready to go. I just got to hit this darn banger, man.
That fucking heat induction technology thing is
quick.
amazing.
Yeah, that looks so quick and convenient.
I had to figure out what it is with that stupid.
Oh,
I don't know what it's
says
called.
he's having a terrible night. I hope it gets better for you, brother.
What's going on with Dutchie?
Doesn't say.
He might be in trim jail again.
Uh-oh.
Trim jail is hell.
He said, no, today is trim jail.
That's kind of like
This one's empty.
Well,
I'm looking for my carb cap.
well, listen, I'm gonna have to turn this thing off
My name's Joe,
before.
and if I get too fucking loud, I'm going to get the shit beat out of me.
That's right.
Well, we're getting off of here anyways, Joe, so
Are we?
yeah. Say, all right, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to say goodnight.
That's the Mickey Mouse Club. What? That was the Mickey Mouse song, right?
Yeah.
I remember.
Yes, we got a lot of cool stuff come up in the next few days, weeks, months, years. What do we got coming up? Does anybody have any ideas? Let's see if we got anything on here. We've got some Dynavape stuff. We've got the Santa Cruz Shredder. There's rumors of this guy. Sesame Street. He's blue. He's a monster, and he likes the thing in the jar.
Cookie Monster.
Cookies.
Cookies.
Cookie Monster from Sesame Street.
Something to do with cookies. There's rumors, so this guy that I don't know, something to do with cookies. But yeah, it's alleged.
Alleged.
There's alleged rumors because this guy that I know that likes cookies helped found Santa Cruz Shredders. So you know, when they talking about having the founder of the company come on the live stream with us and talk about the future of the company. So
That'd be cool.
Hell yeah.
we're going to talk about some stuff to do with some cookies and little sneak peek in what's in the future, probably.
You guys are you gonna make a video with your making your crispy treats?
We're gonna do it live.
Then do it live, okay.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck that up live.
Okay. Very good.
And then get
Hopefully it doesn't take too long to cool them because I'm gonna be over there.
yeah. We're gonna mess them up live, and then we're gonna get messed up on them live.
Nice.
Yeah, I decided I'm gonna do a an educational video. There's a store locally that you can get amanitas.
Amanita muscaria.
Yep. So I'm gonna get some amanitas. And I'm gonna be like, all right, it's a mushroom.
Oh.
So I'm gonna be like, well, they say, you know, if you eat an amanita, you can see, you might be able to see Jesus. So YOLO bitches, and I'm gonna do an educational video on that. And,
Yeah.
What do you buy these at the gas station?
no, this is a native thing. It's at the Cherokee.
Oh.
They also have some
Ayahuasca?
no, I don't think they got that, but I think that they're supposed to have some psilocybin cubensis as well.
Benzies are a good starter mushroom.
Yeah.
They really are.
Yeah, but I would prefer some Escanavas or some penis envies or some.
Yeah, I was just gonna say penis envy.
Like the hillbillies, and there's some
Hillbilly
some
pumpkin.
Cambodians or some Filipinos or
Jedi mind fucks.
yeah, some Jedi mind fucks would be nice.
What are you talking about?
We're talking about fungus, so I think we might have a fungus night.
Oh, yeah?
I just like them chocolate bars that's got it in there. You eat you a couple pieces of that shit and just roll with it.
Mushroom gummies in the gas station? I
wouldn't buy
don't
from
think I trust anything from the gas station.
No.
Huh?
No.
No?
No, I wouldn't.
Chances are,
But yeah,
never know.
don't forget, click our Santa Cruz Shredder link down in the chat or description if you want to get a Santa Cruz Shredder. We have our Santa Cruz Shredder live stream coming up March 11th. We've got the Dynavap. We've got several giveaways coming between now and 420. 420 is going to be insane. It's going to be a 5-hour live stream giveaway every half hour. On 320, we've got $1,000 giveaway. Must be 21 or older to enter. Winner pays shipping. And with that, we're going to go backstage and get baked. Joe's going to go to bed. I'm going to make my dinner. But yeah, Hope everybody had a fantastic Thursday, twisted one up and all that shit.
Absolutely, man.
May do a Freaky Friday and see how fucked up we can get. Other than that, watch the outro. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up, leave a comment, share the stream. YouTube's not giving out notifications. Later.
Good night, everybody.
Keep blazing, stay amazing, stay away from meth. That shit's bad for you.
Yep.
I sit now